Tick-tock, time to rock. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching from all over the world. We got a good show for y'all. We're breaking out the debate that Jai had with Korra before people really knew who Korra was. And we're going to check that out. Hey, look at this. Rashad is probably late. It wouldn't be David. Hey, get it right. It's Rashad Jenkins.
Yep.
The name is Rashad Jenkins. Okay, perfect. We got the perfect. All right.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So, Jai, why don't you give us a little bit of the background here on all this?
Well, whenever I tell this story, Drake always loves to get credit for this, so I'll just give him his credit now. I had no idea who Korra was. I don't even think she went by Korra back then. She had a different nickname. So this is Korra before she became Korra. This is about like 2 years ago, 2 years of some change, something like that. Whenever that video that Avery posted, it was like however many months ago that was, that like minus 2 years. It's roughly that's when this video was originally recorded. Now, the only reason why it was originally even posted in the first place is because after I had this you're going to see it's not like a heated discussion or debate. Cora's not acting how she normally acts in this.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
watched
will
some
see
of it.
that.
She was like, someone must have coached her since then and told her to be way more annoying and way more aggressive.
Yeah, be arrogant. No, but no. Here's the thing though. So Drake messaged me after that, and he's like, "This is like one of these Dawa girls that's really nasty. She's like one of the Dawa boys, but she's nasty and arrogant
With,
and
with him, she
prideful."
was
Yeah.
okay, silent.
So then he'd show me a video that she did, like a TikTok video that she did, where she was trying to like embarrass somebody and say. And so I was like, wait a minute. She was not like that when she was talking to us.
Oh,
So then we decided to, okay, since it was on Avery's TikTok, he has the ability to download like his previous live streams or something. So he downloaded the previous live stream where I was on there talking to her, and I think it was one of the brothers he uploaded on his channel or something like that, and that was basically it. And then a couple of years later, she comes up again, and she's like, now Cora, and Drake was like, this is the same girl that you debated a couple of years ago, the one that I told you about. That's like this really like nasty Dawa girl. Now I can see for myself that she is. And that was basically it. It was just like Avery was like, yo, do you want to have a discussion with somebody? I said, yeah, sure. So I had a discussion with her. I had no idea who she was. First time talking to her. Actually, that was it. When you see the video, that's my first introduction to her. The first time I ever knew of her existence. And Drake was like letting us know that that's the same girl that was a couple years ago. So then that's when Avery decided to re-upload that video on his channel to, for the throwbacks. Like this is Cora back then, and apparently after that discussion, she was gone for 2 years. She went MIA for 2 years
You
after this.
traumatized her, did you, man?
You'll see, I wasn't even harsh with her. I wasn't even.
we were super gentle because we were like, oh, bless her, she's not talking much.
I didn't know she was a Dawa girl,
She
so
was super demure. Oh, really? I can't read it. Can you read it for me? Oh, what book is that? Oh, did you read the Arabic?
can you have DSC read the Arabic?
I
Can she
can't
the
read
Arabic?
it. It's really difficult for me. Sorry. I'll look into it.
Hey,
That was
hey,
her.
hey,
Yeah.
you know what's super funny? Because I listened to probably half of this, maybe a little more. It is funny when you find out who like someone is, and oh, here's a new Dawa person,
She was a
and
Dawa
then you
too.
find out you had a discussion with the person years earlier and you didn't remember
Yeah.
it, because that's what happened with Malik, right? Malik, he flips out, starts doxing everybody and stuff, and then people are sending me messages. Hey, you had a discussion with him years ago, right? Over on, I think, on Avery's channel or something like that. I haven't gone and checked it out, but it was apparently. He was apparently, I don't know, praising me or something, and trying to be
Oh
all
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
be all
that's
buddy
right.
buddy with me.
Yeah, this happens quite a bit. Like these people that just like come out of nowhere. People are like, you talk to this person. Apparently, I had a discussion with Itachi too. I don't remember these conversations at all. But people are like, yeah, this is recorded back on like Clubhouse or something. So there's some debate that Itachi and I had that somewhere in someone's archives and someone's whoever has it. I don't know. Maybe it will
Hey,
come up one day.
hey, here's what's really funny, Jai. I don't know if you remember, but that makes it funnier now that you're telling me you didn't know who Korra was, right? Because after like 2 or 3 times of her saying, okay, perfect, then you said it. She said something and you go, okay, perfect, right? He picked up on it and already started.
Yeah.
Oh,
I tend to do that to people. I tend to do that when I'm having a conversation with someone. I pick up their patterns and their way of speaking, and I just do that. But yeah, I had no idea who she was, and so that's kind of funny. So she rubbed off the okay, perfect on me. Someone in the chat said that she went to Dawa school, so that's why she changed. She went to Dawa school.
She graduated from Dawa school.
2 years. Dawa school. 2 years of Dawa school.
And now I hear she's saying, "Oh, you run away from me," meaning me.
Yeah.
Never
happened.
All we did was say, hey, is Korra willing to debate DOC one-on-one?
One-on-one.
That's the only line we said.
That was to IP.
Next thing we know, everything canceled.
Yeah.
Hang on. So just to be clear, because what Korra's whole crowd keeps saying is something like, you were offered an opportunity to debate Korra, and then you complained a bunch until it was all canceled.
No.
So we have it right here. That never happened. The only thing that was ever brought up by you guys was, hey, can Korra debate DOC one-on-one? And then
that was it.
And then for whatever reason, the whole thing got canceled. And basically all we've heard is some of the women who are going to be on the panel, on the Christian panel, said, we don't want Malik in the room. He doxes people. He threatens to grape women, grab them by the back of their head, going to make you my concubine, all this stuff. And all the doxing when he gets mad at you. And we don't want to be in a room with that dude. And then so they asked him, hey, could there are people here who are uncomfortable with you being in the room? Could you just not be here? And then we had the debate. And it was, no, I'm the manager, so I get to be there. And so Malik is actually the one who got the entire thing taken down. And then he's pointing at you guys who had literally nothing to do with it being taken down, when he's the entire 100% reason it got taken down.
Yeah.
We had no idea. We weren't even talking to Dr. Daff or Brian or anyone.
No, it was literally just IP. IP sent a message.
Yeah, we initiated, actually. We said, do you want to debate?
One-on-one.
One-on-one. That's all it was. And next thing I hear is everything is canceled. But we're still in it. We're still here.
Yeah.
We can have a one-on-one if they're still willing.
Look, Avery's there. He's willing to host it.
Avery's said yes on TikTok. He's willing to host. You don't need Dr. Daff. You don't need to fight them or fight Brian or anyone.
Or whatever guy needs to be in the room.
That's the age
or
of
whatever.
the internet. It's easy to set up debates.
Yeah.
We know you have a computer because you have a channel and an internet connection. And I'm here.
Yep.
That's it.
And so from what we heard, so we're hearing about all this basically from Malik. This is it. This is our first time hearing about these things. They canceled this debate.
I was like, they canceled. I heard when Malik was chatting about it. I was like, they canceled.
I'm like, wait, who is he talking to? He wasn't talking to us.
And they were like, and he's talking about debate subjects and everything. And I hadn't said anything. All I said was, is she willing to debate?
Specifically, we said one-on-one, because what's interesting is every time Malik was retelling it, he was saying it was going to be 2-on-2. So it was going to be DOC. Or Sumaya, it's going to be Sumaya and, let's say, Apostate of Allah. Sumaya and Bell. Or Sumaya and one of the other sisters.
I didn't know about Sarah, Apostate of Allah or Bell or anything.
But so it seems like Malik or Korra wasn't even willing to do a one-on-one with, not Malik doing a one-on-one, but they weren't talking about there being a one-on-one with her and Korra, which is the only thing that we asked. And then the next thing we know, everything is canceled. So that was the only request. We were like, before we got in touch with anyone, we wanted to know, is she willing to do a debate one-on-one?
That's all I want.
That's all we wanted to know.
One-on-one.
Then it's canceled.
Any way you like. Yeah. I'm sure Modern Day Debate would host. Avery would host. David, you can host if you like.
Totally host.
I'm here. You don't have to go through Dr. Daff or anyone you don't like.
But now they're using that as an excuse to now not debate. But we weren't even in all those conversations.
No, we didn't know anything.
Yeah. So that seems to be the pattern. Something happens that's completely caused by Malik or one of the other Dawa clowns, but in this case, Malik. And then everything gets derailed. Malik is completely incapable of accepting responsibility for anything, even though he's the cause of all his problems. And so he makes a bunch of stuff up and blames everyone else. That's absolutely pathetic. But we
So
have
it seems Korra needs Itachi to be on her side to debate
That's
DOC
fine.
and anyone
Bring her.
else. But we were thinking, hey, if you need Itachi, then it could be Korra and Itachi.
And me and Jai.
just DOC, just DOC.
Oh, you're gonna go 2-on-1? Ain't no Zot thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, they
2-on-1.
can bring 30 if they or 40, whatever they want to do. But yeah, Korra and Itachi, she just doesn't want to do 1-on-1. But we know she's not going to do it because Malik's already been making excuses, and he's saying things like, "Oh, you guys can debate yourselves now. We don't need you. You need us." That's what he's saying now.
Hey, Korra, forget Malik, man. Come debate me 1-on-1. Forget him.
Yeah.
Yalla.
Drop that 0 and get with the hero. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. I think if something like that happened, the 2-on-1 Korra and Itachi versus DOC, I think some of these AI guys would end up AIing like DOC being attacked by a bunch of ninjas or something like that.
And I'll be like, turn into Somaya by night, do all that ninja stuff.
We have Avery here saying they have my permission for automatic streams on Sundays. Yeah, that's the difficulty because as everyone knows, we always have to confirm everything with Avery before we do anything. But it's like on Sunday, if you want to do something on Sunday, it's like, do we want to interrupt him to like say, hey, can we get a live stream going, right? Do we want to? It's Sunday, right? Like maybe he just wants to take the day off and stuff. And so it's like, do we interrupt him to get permission, or do we just go live and hope he doesn't get ticked off or something like that? So anyway, I went with that. We just did it. But it looks like he's cool. It looks like he's cool, so we're good. All right, let's take these first couple of super chats, and then we will jump into this debate. If I recall, the audio sounded super echoey at the beginning, but then it got better after a little bit.
I have no idea. I don't think I've even listened to this.
We'll see.
I might have listened to it one time. We might have done it like one time, but I don't know.
We have some shekels. Mossad sends their regards. Oh, thanks, Malik. Happy Sunday. God bless you all. Thank you there. And we have God bless all you guys. It's Brother Maverick.
Hey, I see Brother Maverick. He's very active on X. I see his tweets sometimes. I see Maverick, your tweets. Shout out to Maverick.
Oh, that's cool. And we have the amazing trio, Chris Frost, Hatun Tosh, and Mike Winger.
Chris Frost. Isn't that
he's getting everyone wrong. I'm Mike Winger, DOC is Hatun, and you're Chris from Speaker's Corner. Oh, wait, let me get my glasses. God bless you guys. Chuck. Nothing funnier than a good David looks like Mike Winger joke. So original, too. I've only heard it like 90,000 times. Mike Winger. All right, last one here. Hang on. I don't know if you guys know this already, DOC, but you're fully equipped with the tools to liberate Muslim women. It's only a matter of time. Glory be to God.
That's my prayer.
Praise God.
That's what's going on. DOC going to show the entire ummah that women are not intellectually deficient. And then Islam's toast. Because guess what? That's Muhammad saying it. If he's wrong about that, he just sounds like he's wrong about a bunch of stuff. All right, so let's check this out. This is now Avery put this little intro at the beginning. Let's go ahead and hear it real quick. People see what I'm talking about.
Yo, Jai, I know at least 5 Muslims that will be down to debate you on the Qur'an. I would debate you, Korra will debate you, Itachi will debate you, Libiano would debate you, Central will debate you. Nobody's scared of you, bro. You're a weasel. You're so easy to debate.
Oh, do you know when that was from?
That was recent.
That was like the first time he said, "Oh, I'm going to dox you guys."
When I was waiting in the UK.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what he's saying. He was saying she was in Sudan. He thinks that she's Sudanese, and she went to the. He said I sent her to like the oil. What did he say that he sent?
He apparently Jai sent me to Sudan to work.
Yeah.
To bring him money.
A country she's never been to in her entire life, but
I've never been to Sudan. Don't have Sudanese citizenship.
But he
my
knows.
My parents never been to Sudan.
But he knows everything about us though. So yeah.
But he racially profiled me because of my skin color, I guess.
Yeah. So that's he's
pretty racist, man. He's pretty racist.
Yeah.
So somewhere in like the past like 4 months, I would say it's like somewhere in the first 4 months. Yeah.
So that's recent, and he's running his mouth about someone debating you on the Kirat.
Yeah.
I'm saying any one of these. Are you willing to debate any of them on the Kirat?
Yeah, the only one that we can't is Libiano. But guess what though? Before there was a ban on Libiano, there was actually going to be a debate with me and someone else versus Libiano and one of his friends. They wanted to debate on child marriage in Islam. And then they were like, okay, we'll debate. I don't know, like that, as if that's like not a topic we would want to debate them on. But then it was okay. Then we'll debate preservation of the Quran after. They never followed through. They never wanted to do it. So Libiano had a chance back then before he got banned to debate me on the topic. He never did. Never followed through. Him and his friend kind of just faded away into whatever they do. Actually, I think they fought each other. It was one of those things where they fought each other, and now they're no longer friends. And yeah, Central. I mean.
Central left our.
Yes,
he left the scene, didn't he?
I think isn't doing like Central Rants or something now, or something like that.
Central News.
Oh, Central News, yeah.
Very unique name there.
And I don't think Itachi or Korra will. Debate,
I mean, we're still open.
Yeah.
To the girls to debate us.
Yeah.
Either one of us or both.
Yeah.
This is just like really weird. There's no way to win on the Kirat. I mean, arguing that all of these tens of thousands of variants go back to the original is just like. There are certain topics that if you had the slightest bit of common sense, you would realize can only hurt you. If the information about the different kirats got out, it would be much more damaging to Muslims' confidence in the one Quran. But it's the same. It's the same problem from like 16, 17, 18 years ago, where the older generation of Muslim debaters, Zakir Naik, they wouldn't touch any of this stuff. They would not allow a situation where Muhammad and Aisha were going to be brought up in a debate. They're not going to accept any topic where that can be brought up. They'll tell people ahead of time, if you bring up anything that is insulting to Muhammad or offensive to Muslim, then we're gonna shut down the debate. We're all going to walk out. They would make it so that this was not a thing. They understood that if the Muslim crowd and the non-Muslim crowd never hear about something, they don't know there's a problem there, and therefore they don't need an answer to it. Whereas then you had this younger generation of Muslims coming up and like, oh, we can defend Muhammad's relationship with Aisha, meaning I can defend it in my own head. But then you get them on stage and they start defending it, and the audience is like, wait, he's admitting that happened? Wait, so the Christian said it happened, and this guy's agreeing that it happened? Yeah. Oh my goodness. So and the Muslim debater's like, haha, I'm giving this powerful argument. And everyone in the crowd is like, whoa, this is bad, right? Like they didn't know it. And so now we're in this situation where Muslims are still reeling, but it hasn't gotten down to everyone at the popular level, or even most Muslims at the popular level, that the myth of perfect preservation and all that stuff has been completely destroyed. They don't know about the Kirat. They don't know that they have all these textual variants and stuff. You still hear there's only one Quran perfectly preserved. People still say that. And so you've got some people think, oh, we can answer all that. We can answer and say that it all goes back to Muhammad and it's because of the different ahruf and all that. And it's like, you would debate this and a bunch of people would find out how way more information about all these textual variants, and you don't realize how dumb you're being. But I'm glad they lack common sense.
Yeah, that's also how IP got into doing Islam at all, is because the Muslim debaters started admitting things like Daniel was talking about child marriage, and he's like, wait, this is really what they believe now? Like you know, sometimes you read about something or whatever, or maybe something you think, oh, that's over the Middle East, or that's over there. Mm-hmm. It's kind of far away from home, so it doesn't really feel real. Then he's like seeing Daniel right in front of his face defend child marriage, and he's like, what? Mm-hmm. And so that when Muslims do start getting in that position where they're defending these things, they're not only like creating like Christians who are going to now like be like, that's okay, now they have to stand up because they see this is a huge immoral thing. Or maybe like in the context of many different Qurans, maybe it would spark interest for people to like look into textual criticism of the Quran. Like, who knows? They could inspire someone in the audience to become like the next, like, you know, Bart Ehrman of the Quran or something like that. They don't know. But if they wanted to, you know, if they wanted to do it, we would do it.
I mean, any debate on the Qira'at, Muslims will leave Islam, even if we lose terribly.
Yeah.
They will, because all they know is letter for letter, word for word.
Yeah.
Whether it's against the Malik group or any other group. Imagine when two Muslims talked about it, Mim Hijab and Yasir Qadi, they were both on the same side. Muslims left Islam.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we really want debates on the Qira'at. Mm-hmm. Please, anything, yep. any level, even if they can't even read Arabic like that group, come and talk about it, as you will see also from this debate.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what didn't make sense out of all his lineup. Well, first of all, he said himself, and then he said Central. But I was thinking, okay, at least Korra and Itachi and Libiano, like they don't have the best Arabic, but they can at least like make out something or read it. It's like, yeah, but I'm just saying. But he put himself on there, and then Central. I'm like, how are
Malik, I've seen him ask someone to come read for him on one of his.
Oh, he doesn't even pretend to know Arabic though.
Yeah, he was like, yo, chat, yo, so and so, and he insulted him first. He said, come and read this for me, because he couldn't read it. It was about Aisha's age.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, on that lineup, the people he mentioned, I have to say, Korra seems like the best, and Korra is the one who got wrecked already on this topic by Jai. So no clue what they're thinking. I mean, Malik definitely wouldn't do better than Korra. Central is way dumber than Korra. Itachi's dumber than Korra. Maybe Libiano, but I have no idea what he would even say on this topic. But he's at least smarter. He's at least smarter than Malik. That's not saying much, but. Yeah, so weird situation. But yeah, another thing about that is like Muslims will kind of spread the myth that there are responses to this, or that this isn't something to be taken seriously, like the Muhammad and Aisha thing. They spread around that, oh yeah, so they'll bring up a hadith that says Aisha was 9, but there are so many other hadiths that say she was 18 and 19 and 20, and they'll just make that up. So that when someone hears it from a Christian, hey, did you know Muhammad consummated a marriage with a 9-year-old? They're thinking, oh, come on, you're making that up. Or it's a source, but there are other sources and stuff like that. I say that because the first time I heard it, I was in prison. Someone read it in Voice of the Martyrs, which was talking about problem of child marriage and how this example is taken from Muhammad. Someone told me that, and I was like, someone's like, hey, this right here in Voice of the Martyrs. I'm like, come on, man. There's no way this guy has over 1 billion followers and he consummated marriage with a 9-year-old girl. So I didn't believe it at first. It wasn't until later, arguing with Nabil, I start reading Bukhari and stuff. It's all over the place in the Muslim sources. But it's like that. It's like once the Muslim is on stage and admits that it's true, then all of a sudden it's, whoa, I didn't, because these people, vast majority of Muslims haven't been through the sources. So if someone says, oh yeah, there's all these other sources that say something else, they think, oh, okay, it's not really a problem. But then the Muslim debaters admitting it, and they don't know what to do. But it's like this, most Muslims haven't even heard of the Qiyat. And those who have think that, oh, no problem, all this just goes back to Muhammad, and they don't realize how bad the problem is. They don't realize that you have contradictions in these different qira'at. And therefore, if they all go back to Muhammad and they all go back to the perfect preserved tablet of Allah, then the perfectly preserved tablet of Allah in paradise is contradictory. It's filled with contradictions and mistakes. Anyway, crazy stuff. All right, we ready to check this out?
Yeah, basically the whole time you were talking, I couldn't get this out of my mind. That's why I was laughing. It was Central. When Central said he was going to quit Dawa, the reason that he gave was that he's not accepted. He said, because I'm not an Arab.
I'm not an Arab. They'll never accept me as an Arab. I don't speak like an Arab. Probably because you can't say Arab.
So I was thinking, like, because he basically, like, this is a debate where you need at least some Arabic, but the reason why he quit Dawa is because he said he would never be accepted as an Arab, and I just thought I don't know.
I don't know why he rolled the R. There's no need for that.
Yeah, but he's like, they don't accept me because I'm not an Arab, and all this stuff, and I don't know. So I don't know. So Central, is he back in the Dawa scene now?
I haven't heard from him.
No, I don't know.
Wait, so is Central one of those guys that like suddenly goes into tries to do an accent for certain words? He one of the guys, because you'd see reporters that are like that back in the day, where they'd when they'd mention some Mexican name or something like that, they suddenly go into an accent. So like, on the darker side of the news today, the cartel lord David Segarra, and then like, where'd you get that stupid accent all of a sudden, man? You didn't sound authentic. Anyway, yeah. Weird stuff.
He might be one of those people that's like,
that's why I didn't like him.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. We got Jai versus Korra in 2023, before anyone heard of Korra. Here we go.
Before Korra was Korra.
What's going on? Talia.
What's up? Hi.
Okay, there she is. And you can state your position again, but if I am misattributing something to you, or I'm saying something wrong, then you just correct me. But basically, you take the position that all of these readings go back to Muhammad, and that these are all inspired, they're all revealed, and that they're all correct, right?
Yeah, my
And
position
so
is
what
that
I'm, so
the
what I'm
10
showing,
are... Sorry?
all 10 of them, right?
Yeah, the 10 are from the Prophet, peace be upon him.
Okay. So yeah, so what I'm trying to demonstrate is
Yeah, this is what I remember. The audio was I don't know if Avery adjusted it or something like that, but the audio was shaky at the beginning and sounded echoey and stuff, and then it gets better here. It gets better here in a few minutes. So guys, don't complain about the audio. It gets fixed. Let's see.
this view of the different readings that you Muslims have today has definitely evolved throughout history, and that the early Muslims that we can trace back and who talked about this actually took a very, very different view. And they didn't believe that these, specifically those 10, all of these 10 were correct, or that they were all going back to Muhammad, that they're all inspired. And the one that we're bringing up as an example is chapter 1, verse 4, King of the Day of Judgment versus Owner of the Day of Judgment. So when we go to a Tabari, you'll see that he comments on this, and he talks about the reading of king. So Malik, the king, is the correct of the two. He says the most authentic reading in his opinion. And so when I see that, I want to get what do you think he means when he says that, the most correct reading?
Okay, I'm currently reading the page right now. So when I start this off, I'm going to say I have not read this entirety of the page that we're quoting right now, so I can't necessarily have a stance on it until I read it. So
okay, that's fair. That's fair. And by the way, if you have one that you've read and you've done more research on, we can go to that one, because I don't want to make it come off like I'm bombarding you with something, or like I'm trying to come at you with something that you don't know about. I want you to take one that you have read about before, and we can use that as an example instead.
Yeah, I was just...
Now, hang on. Did you just say... Did you just tell her, hey, pick... No, what were you talking about? Were you talking about any variant or something like that?
Any variant, yeah. Like sometimes, this is like the most well-known one, like Owner of the Day of Judgment, King of the Day of Judgment.
That's chapter 1.
Yeah, so she didn't read chapter 1 yet.
Surah 1. This is the one all Muslims know.
Yeah, that's why I start with this one.
Owner of Judgment Day, King of Judgment Day,
Yeah.
Malik and Malik. All Muslims know this one, and she didn't know that one.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, as I'm saying this, is okay, if there is a variant that you know about, because you haven't read this one yet, you don't know about this one, then let's go to the one that you know about, because I want you to talk about something that you at least have knowledge on, so that way we can have a good discussion. Which I know is like the opposite of how Dawa guys operate. They want to focus on people's ignorance.
But the reason Jai was so gentle with her is because we thought she was a random Muslim girl.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
know.
how we speak with normal Muslims who come at us humbly and quietly, like she pretended to be, to coax them out.
Yeah, so that was super nice. Hey, there are all sorts of variants that I'm ready to bring up right now, but you go ahead and pick any one you want, whatever you've studied the most, and we'll talk about that. Super nice. Yeah, what you guys were just saying reminded me of when I debated Michael Shermer. And so it was a debate on the existence of God, and talk about how people like to go after like weak spots or issues where they're ignorant and stuff. I built my entire kit. I looked him up, and I saw he has a PhD in the history of science, and I built my entire case for the existence of God on the history of science, because that's what his PhD was in. And so, yep, you can attack people's weak spots, or you can go right after their strongest points. And here it's just, hey, you pick what you think you've got your strongest case for, Korra. Let's find out.
I mean, as you said, we're going back to Tafsir Imam al-Tabari, so the people in the chat can get a gist of what we were talking about, you know?
Exactly. Yep. Right. So this was an example that you actually brought up, right? Because I asked you to show me. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is one that you brought up. All right, so you can, as you know, it's in front of you. It's a long one. It's very long. But there's a section when he kind of gives his conclusion, and he says that the first reading, which is the reading of King, is the most correct reading of the two. And then he gives you the reasons why. He says that when you use the reading of King, it has the meaning of sovereignty, and it ascribes to God exclusive sovereignty. And over the word owner, or he says that, he gives you an example. He says that it's known that there's no king without him being an owner, but an owner may not be a king. So what he's saying is that if you're a king, you're automatically an owner. but if you're an owner, you're not necessarily a king. So that's why he chooses this reading of king, and he thinks that it gives more glory to God, and it's more exalted view of God. And he actually
Now, Jai, I just want people to understand,
yeah
because that's like, as far as I know, that's the most common one that anyone would be familiar with, right?
yeah
Okay. As far as the relevance, because lots of people would think, oh, I have no problem with these both going back, and that's what they would be taught today. So was your point there that the commentator is saying this one's better than that one, as if, hey, these aren't just all things that...
Exactly. So the way I like to say it is like, okay, imagine if you have a Christian, like, preacher or someone saying, hey, I'm going to read from you the gospel according to Mark, and now I'm going to read the gospel according to John. Oh, see, this one is more correct than this. You wouldn't hear a Christian preacher saying that this one's more correct than that one, because the Bible is the inspired word of God. It's God breathed. However, Muslims like to say about the Quran that they think it's all from Allah. Today, they say all the readings are from Allah. All the Quran is, and then all the readings that we have today are from Allah. And that's not the view that the early Muslims had. Like, here's Al-Tabari, representative of like 10th century Muslims, right? Early Muslims. He's saying that there's one reading that's more authentic, asahhu, right? More correct.
Asah, more correct.
Yeah, more correct.
More correct. Yeah.
Now, you wouldn't say these are both equally the word of God and say this one's more correct than this one. And you also wouldn't say they both go back to Muhammad, right? How could one be more correct than the other one if they both go back to Muhammad?
You can't say that. It's like saying one verse of the Quran is more correct than another.
Yeah.
No Muslim would ever say that because they're both meant to be from Allah. And yet, early Muslims were saying this reading or this qira'ah is more correct than the other. That must mean that they didn't see it as all from Muhammad.
Yeah. So he definitely had a view of a canon of what he considered to be like divine and things like that. But the way that they view the readings is not how Muslims view them today by any means.
So the view of these different, so back then, when they've got these different readings, they're aware of textual variants and things like that. And they think that you can actually examine them and determine what the best reading is, that's what textual critics do today. They'll compare manuscripts and compare the evidence for the manuscripts and how early they are and how widespread they are, how widespread a reading is, and say what is the best, what is most likely to be the correct one. And you had Muslims doing that, and now they just say no, they all go back to Muhammad, which in this case would mean if one reading is better than the other, then it would mean that either, if you want to say these all go back to Muhammad, they're all revealed as part of these different ahruf, then he revealed one, and then later on he's like, you know what, I can make that better, and he gave a better one. Or he revealed the better one first, and then later on he's like, no, I think I could tweak that. Oops, that was actually worse, but now they're both there. Muslims don't realize how like absolutely insane this sounds to people, but they're like, yep, they both go back. Prove they don't go back.
Yeah. Right. So there's a lot of different points you can make. Like even what you said about textual criticism, actually you made this point before that the way Al-Tabari is arguing is actually like he's arguing for the most logical reading, where you made the point that you said when textual critics do that, they're actually trying to do the opposite, right? Mm-hmm. Like they're not trying to find something that makes the most sense or whatever. They're like, they think the more original. I mean, you could make the point better, but it's basically that's not the way that technical critics would.
Yeah, it's a principle of, and it's not. I mean, a lot of these principles aren't airtight. It's like they think it makes more sense in this direction. In other words, they think it makes more sense if something is ambiguous or awkwardly worded. So if you have an awkwardly worded reading and then a reading that's nice and smooth and not awkwardly worded, then the Muslim way would be, oh, let's go with the one that's way, that's smoother and stuff like that. That seems better. Whereas a textual critic would be thinking, okay, it would be more likely for some later scribe to think, oh, okay, I can smooth this over a little bit, than it would for a scribe to say, oh, this is too smooth. Let me make it a bit more awkward or ambiguous or something like that. And so these kind of principles that they use.
Yeah. And so he's making arguments, like I said, but what's interesting about that as well is that he's saying that the reading that's most correct is a reading that Muslims consider canonical today, but that's the minority reading that you're going to find that in like countries like Morocco, Libya, Algeria, Morocco, Libya, Algeria, and
Sudan, parts of Sudan.
parts of Sudan. Yeah, but there's so the majority reading is the reading of owner, like 90. That's Hafs's reading. That's the one that 95% of the Muslim world takes.
That's the less correct one according to Tabari.
So he's saying that Muslims are reading he would say that today Muslims are reading a inferior Quran.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Hey, that needs to be a video after we make short videos like TikTok style and shorts out of these out of a bunch of these textual variants, and then like we can always say, hey, this is what. Make a video. Muslims, are you reading an inferior Quran? And give examples of inferior readings in the Quran that they use.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Gives more reasons than that, but we can just deal with those right now.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna, if I need to get off the panel or anything like that, I'm gonna read through this, of course, because
it's a long one.
I've never read this tafsir in English before, because I have the book, but it's in Arabic.
I read it either.
And I'm more familiar with English than I am in Arabic because I grew up in the West and stuff. So I've never read this in English before, so I'm not familiar with this.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know. I think there might be an English translation available somewhere, but it costs like a ton of money. But the Arabic is accessible. You can get it online, or you have the book for it. You said so. You can check it out.
Of course. Okay. So we're wrapping up ability now. Okay. So where we left off is the chains of narration, and you brought up Hafs, right? And
yes.
That was the first variant that you brought up in the chain of narration. So can you go ahead and present your argument again?
David, you're scared of Jay Dyer. Are you joking or just incredibly stupid? Literally debating him at DebateCon. You giant moron, man.
It's Hafs.
Specifically about the Hafs reading. So not just Hafs, but the reading as a whole. So So when we look at the chain for Hafs, and you were reading it earlier, you might still have it. It goes Hafs, and then he learned it from Asim, and then Asim learned it from Abdurrahman, and then he learned it from Uthman, Ali, Zayd, Ubay. They learned it from Muhammad, and Muhammad, Gabriel, etc., to Allah. And so when you apply the method that Muslims apply for this chain for the science of men, that they call it, that they...
Hey, look at this, by the way. The Orthobros don't realize why we can't stand them. Anytime we're talking about Islam, Qira'at, trying to expose Islam, these guys come and try to distract everyone and turn us into debate with Jay Dyer. And it's like, what the heck is wrong with you, man? Oh, my goodness. And commies, there we go. Bunch of commies.
Grade, like, who's an authentic person for hadith, who's trustworthy for hadith. They have like 4 different criterion for like how they judge someone's reliable. So the first one is Islam, like they have to be Muslim. And then they have the second one, they have to, they're like a legally responsible age, or they're an age where they are considered to be responsible. The third one is academic proficiency. And the fourth one is moral integrity. And each of those have like subcategories. What makes you someone like with moral integrity? You have like a bunch of different rules and criterion for what makes you morally and it's a moral person basically. So you need to fit all 4 of these things for hadith to be a reliable hadith narrator. Now, when we apply those standards for the Quran, the readings of the Quran, we see that they fall short on a lot of different readings. A lot of the readers aren't considered to be reliable in hadith, and because there's not like a science for narrators for the Quran in the same way that there's one for the hadith, you have to just apply what you have available. So if you have scholars writing about these same people, the same individuals when it comes to hadith, then you apply it to the readings of the Quran, and you'll...
Well, what the heck does Avery like set up the TikTok debate and then let it go, and he just got himself on the screen, but he's just like walking around rearranging the room
like
and stuff.
He's like doing housework and dusting in the background.
Yeah. So I guess that she didn't follow back up on the king versus owner reading. So then she asked me about a separate argument that she might have heard me making. Which is about Hafs being reliable when it comes to hadith. And so the argument there is that this is someone that they don't consider reliable to hadith, but they consider him reliable when it comes to Quran. And so if you look at the reasons for why he's not reliable. So it'd be one thing if, like, let's say someone spent their whole life learning the Quran and they never focus on hadith at all, and that was just like, okay, that's why we don't take him in hadith, because he never put time into it. But if it's like a moral reason, or if this guy is, he's like a thief, a liar, he makes things up, that should apply across all areas, all disciplines, right? So if you have like a if you have like a oh yeah, this guy, he's a thief, but I trust him to do my taxes though, because he's really good at doing taxes. But it's like, no, you have to you across all this is something that affects him across all areas. Now he needs to be questioned with any sort of integrity when he handles money at all. Yeah, it can't be an. So that's kind of the argument here.
Yeah. So guys, imagine a situation where someone is, let's suppose he is he's got a PhD in philosophy and a PhD in psychology or something like that. And in psychology, they actually he gets expelled from the philosophical community because he found out he was plagiarizing things. He's just stealing other people's work and passing them off as his own. He's copying Wikipedia, putting it into his papers and stuff like that. And everyone's like, dude, get out of here. You are a repulsive individual. But then in the psychology realm, they're like, oh, no, he's fine over here. We don't care what he did over there. It's like, what do you mean? He's like a plagiarist and a liar and a thief and all these horrible things, but you guys just going to trust him with no problem. And so how that relates here, guys, is Hafs. Most Muslims use the Hafs Quran. That's the Quran passed down by Hafs. But in Hadith, if Hafs' name appears in the chain of transmission, that's a weak Hadith automatically. It's like weak. It's got Hafs in it. Can't trust that guy. Guy's a horrible person. Don't trust him. But wait a minute, you can't be trusted to pass on a hadith because you're such a liar. You have such a bad reputation. But we'll make your Quran version the official Quran version of the entire world. Yay! I don't see the problem.
They
don't see a problem.
Weird.
It makes a big problem. So just as an example, and I think you acknowledged this earlier, but Hafs is called unreliable in the hadith, and a number of reasons are given. One of the reasons is he was a thief. He was considered to be a liar and untrustworthy for those reasons. And these are like big scholars who call him things. Like Al-Bukhari, for example, says he's rejected. Big scholars say this. So the argument here is that the chain of narration that you guys have for the Quran, if we apply the hadith criticism or the method of what makes someone reliable for hadith onto someone for the Quran, then these people wouldn't even pass for hadith. So how do they pass for Quran?
Okay, perfect. Are you done?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, her volume went up. There it
I'll
goes.
call all of your points one by one, if that's okay. So I'm going to start with the qualifications of whether or not
Oh, this is cool. So her audio just got better. So that's good.
Imam Hafs is reliable in hadith, and whether or not we can cross-reference this into how reliable he is when it comes to Quran. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm going to start with that. So do you know the name of the person who criticized Hafs and called him a liar?
Yeah, there's a whole list of them.
Is there a name?
Specifically, Ibn Kharash was one of them. Yeah.
We can start with that if you'd like.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Ibn Khirash, he's the man that called Hafs a liar, right?
Yeah, one of them, yeah.
Okay, Imam al-Dhahabi.
One of many.
Yeah.
There's
There's a whole list.
There's at least a dozen. The fact that she doesn't know that is a problem.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole sections of it written in Islamic history books in multiple sources. So she's like, okay, she's thinking, is there one person that I can discredit?
Yeah.
And bring back Hafs's reputation from the dead. But the problem is there's a dozen people.
Yeah.
It
she's going
reminds.
to it. Yeah.
I just want to point real quick. It reminds me of when people hear about the Aisha situation or something like that, and they go, "Oh yeah, there's that hadith, but what about all the other?" And they think it's a hadith. It's 200 hadiths. It's over 200 hadiths about Muhammad and Aisha. It's like these people get the idea that there's just one little piece of evidence out there or something like that, and no, sometimes there's a bunch.
Yeah. But it's funny that she's going to Al-Dhahabi because he actually, I have him I have him talking about some of these names that call him like a lie, call Hafs a liar and stuff. But anyway, I don't remember this conversation, so I mean I don't know what she says here. But
And guess who Al-Dhahabi is? Al-Dhahabi is the same man that told us all about Ibn Jurayj's
oh yeah,
sexual past that was really bad. And it was the same quotation that she took from Ibn Jurayj to attack the Islamic dilemma
yep.
on her channel. Just do a little plug. Check out on our channel our latest videos.
Our
on
latest
that.
video, yeah.
So now she's appealing to Al-Dhahabi, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Mentions in his in a book that scholars like Abu Zurah, said Ibn Qirash is a Rafidi, and others mentioned that he gets a mursal narration, and he would make it connected and lie to fabricate it and make it connected, and he would say something mawqaf, from a companion and make it marfu' from the Prophet. So the person who calls, or the person that you specifically mentioned, Ibn Khirash, who called Hafs a liar, is not reliable. He's called a Rafidi, and he's also accused of making chains that are mursal reliable and attributing them to the Prophet, peace be upon him.
So just to be clear, what she's saying, when she's talking about she's talking about the guy you were bringing up as saying Hafs is a liar, and she's saying this is a guy who had a bad reputation because he would take weak chains and just add some things in to make them strong. Okay.
By the way, one of the scholars, Abu Zara, he actually also was on the list that called Hafs weak. So it's funny that
she says Abu Zara said that guy that you mentioned is bad, so you shouldn't listen to him. But Abu Zara also said that Hafs was bad.
Yeah.
So now what?
But it's kind of it just sounds kind of funny. It's like, well, this guy is actually unreliable, and so he's a liar. And so it's like a liar's calling another person a liar. That's what it sounds like it's going on.
The problem is they have too many liars.
Yeah.
So some liars tell the truth when other liars are liars.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that Spider-Man meme where he's pointing at him saying he's a liar, but he's pointing at him saying he's pointing at him saying he's a liar.
Exactly.
Yep. Black Angel had a good comment. Look how nice she was. Malik ruined her. That's what Malik does.
Yeah.
He ruins everything.
So that's the first point. So when we're talking about hadith, which obviously...
Okay. Wait. So do you disagree that there are scholars, hadith scholars, that call him a liar? Because I can give you a response to that, but I just want to know if you agree that there are hadith scholars who call him a liar.
No, I'm not denying that other scholars call him a liar. It's just that's the first name that you brought up, so I decided to mention that first person.
Okay, so let's just deal with the scholars that you accept that call him a liar.
Sure.
This is interesting because you go back like a minute or two. She thought it was just a guy who called him a liar, and now she's like, "Of course I would. Of course I'm not denying that other," which she heard from you.
Yeah, she had no idea there was lots of people. First, she thought it was one person. Now she's like, "Oh, there's many. Okay, let me shift to pretend that I knew it was many who called him a liar in the first place."
You know, looking back now, because obviously she has no idea about this topic. Looking back now, these guys, they tell on themselves. I remember when there was that 3v3 debate, and Itachi said to Avery, she's like, "Oh, go on Discord and see, go get your help on Discord or something because that must be what they do, right? They go to Discord and get their help, so she's probably getting messages from someone, hey, read this or say this.
Yeah, tell him that the guy that he just said from our tradition is also a liar. Yeah, use that. This is the funniest thing ever. Muslims think that it's a flex to say, that other guy is also a liar.
Yeah, so they're both liars.
Yeah, you're just telling us your tradition is full of a bunch of liars. These people who are meant to be transmitting hadiths are higher up in your academic traditions or the science of men are all a bunch of liars.
Yeah.
It is pretty crazy. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the situation with their hadiths that you quote some Sunni hadiths, the Shia say, "Oh, you can't use that, they're a bunch of liars." And I'll quote a Shia hadith, and so, "No, you can't trust that, they're a bunch of liars." And it's like, no matter what I quote from Islam, I've got a bunch of Muslims telling me it's nothing but lies. And then you find out it's the same thing with their scholars.
I don't remember where I was going to go with that, if she's like, "No, let's stick to this," because there's a response. But one of the things that she accused Ibn Khurash as being a Shia Rafidi, so she said, well, guess what? Hafs is also accused of that by people as well. Same with Awesome. That there are you can find
Yeah.
scholars accusing them just because they're from Kufa, because they're from Iraq and stuff like that, or
You
like
can
modern
get-
day. The people you have people accusing them of being Shia, and then of course if you depending on like what sources you prioritize, you can make a case, but you get like some scholars saying it, some. So I don't know. I mean, it makes it sound like what she's saying is like, oh, if this person's accused of being Shia, then you can't take what they're saying, but. Hafs is also accused of being Shia. So anyway,
Like Yahya bin Ma'in, for example.
Do
You
you
accept
know
him,
what?
right?
Do you know what book he quotes that in?
Yeah, I have all the information in front of me actually. So
Yeah, of course.
so actually, do you want the book names, or do you?
Go for it.
How do I give it? I don't know how to give it to you.
I mean, you could type it in chat. You can say the book name, and I can try and find it, whichever works for you best.
So are you aware of him calling him a liar, or do you just not aware? You need the reference to verify it.
Oh, I'm aware. I just want the reference
Okay, wait, hold on.
She's not
so
aware.
why do you want the reference if you know he called him a liar?
because what is it called? I need to fact check that reference.
Okay, but you agree that he called him a liar.
I agree that the reference that you're talking about says that he's a liar.
Yeah, but
I agree that the reference says exactly what you say it says, but
Yeah.
let's see the reference so I can fact check it. I don't even know where she's going with this.
okay. So anyway, yeah, you can. It's from Ahmed bin Muhammad al-Baghdadi. He said that Ibn Ma'in said that Hafs was a liar,
Okay.
and Abu Bakr was more trustworthy.
Ooh. Okay.
was that?
You said
What the heck was that?
what was that about?
Does she still do that, or was that just back then? Ooh. Okay.
I don't know. She does it another time. Like
when she discovered we could read.
yeah. Look at these gaps.
No, that's like, okay, like I'm assuming she's looking at something on the screen and she's just thought that something helped her and she like blurts it out.
someone sent her
Ooh.
something.
Ooh, right? Like, you got to have a good poker face. Like, I just, as soon as she said that, I was thinking about like if she were playing poker and, ooh, like, okay, I'm out. I'm out. I know she got something over there. Anyway.
You could tell she's very uncomfortable.
Ooh. Let me back that up. That's just too funny.
He said that Hafs was a liar,
okay.
and Abu Bakr was more trustworthy.
Ooh. Okay. You said Ahmed ibn Muhammad al-Baghdadi.
Ahmed bin Muhammad al-Baghdadi. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Ooh,
So
okay.
anyway, so this is just one
Wait,
of the
sorry, I
scholars
want to
that-
address that point as
second
well,
of
if
the
that's okay.
Okay, but you agree that he called him a liar, right?
Hold on, wait. I agree that it says in the book that you quoted that he is called a liar, but I want to address exactly the reference that you're talking about because I did find it and I want to talk about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second. So we're talking about Yahya.
Notice she said, okay, perfect, like twice in the past 30 seconds. I think that's when you're like picking up on it.
Yeah.
Ibn Ma'in calls Hafs ibn Sulaiman a liar. And I actually have the report here in Arabic if we can look at it.
Okay.
But here's an issue. The question is, do we have any information on who Muhammad al-Baghdadi is? Do we know if he is a good narrator? Do we know if he's a liar? Do we know if he's truthful? We don't have any information on him.
Wait, well, what do you think he is? Who, you think he's just
We
some
have no
nobody
information on
that's
him
quoted in a
individual,
book?
actually.
So your scholars are just quoting a nobody and attributing him to saying Abu Ma'in said that Hafs is a liar. And you think they
Okay,
just
what
made
I'm
it up and
saying
they
is
leave
the
it in their
narrator
books?
the narrator that is talked about in this reference that you gave me, we have no information on him, nor do we know whether or not he is credible, which means we can
Yeah, but
classify
I'm
it
saying
as
who's
weak.
the scholar? I'm saying no. You don't get to classify it as weak. Who's the scholar that classifies it as weak?
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah.
Yahya ibn Ma'in.
Ooh.
Nakabi, just because you don't know who he is doesn't mean nobody else knows who he is.
Whoever's giving her like the what to say.
So you see now the Dawa game is whatever source you give, they try and attack it, even though they have no idea who the scholar is. They have no other scholars that weaken the report or strengthen the report. They just attack your position to try and see where the gaps of weakness or ignorance that you may have, so that they say, well, you don't know anyway. Even though it's been attested by so many people, a dozen people we counted, that Hafs is a liar.
Or yeah, that he's a liar, that he's rejected, that he fabricates,
Including
all sorts of things.
Bukhari
Yeah,
said it.
yeah, that he's rejected.
Oh,
yeah.
but who wrote it? Which book? How do we know that the guy who wrote the book was good? Because everybody in our tradition is a liar.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Either they don't know who he is or he's a liar.
Those are your options.
Hafs a liar, but the issue is the report contains an unknown man.
Yeah, but who is saying that though? Which scholar is saying that?
1 second, let me pull it up. Khatib al-Baghdadi doesn't even know who he is in this reference here. If I can pull up the Arabic if you'd like, if anyone in the chat can read Arabic. Historian of Baghdad, Khatib al-Baghdadi, doesn't even know who Muhammad al-Baghdadi is. We don't know anything about him.
Okay, so Abu Ma'in, so do you think that Ibn Ma'in didn't say that he's a liar then?
No, Ibn Ma'in is talking about a report that is reported by an unknown man.
No.
This is actually a common occurrence among...
Ibn Ma'in is quoted as saying that Hafs is a liar. Do you disagree with that?
Ibn Ma'in is quoting somebody who said that Hafs is a liar.
No, he's being quoted.
Okay, perfect. Let's get it.
Ibn Ma'in is being quoted.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to pull up the Arabic. Let's look at it. Sorry,
Okay.
forgive me.
Let me...
messed up.
No one has pointed that out to her over the years, because this is 3 years ago. Anyway, no one pointed out. Hey, no, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's their trademark. Let's see.
Let's do it.
So also, I want to show you other Muslims who acknowledge that Hafs is called a liar. So
Okay.
as you're pulling up the Arabic for it and you want to look for it, I want to show you Muslims who acknowledge and admit that he's called a liar. So then the question would come down to whether we should trust them or trust what you say. Because these are what's written in the books, and Muslims are acknowledging that. So let me just pull up that as you pull up the Arabic to see what it says.
Oh, also, I found the Arabic, so can I just read this off? I'm going to try and translate it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I already quoted Khatib al-Baghdadi, but he actually wrote about this in the history of Baghdad and says that it is a known factor that there is, that there is no acceptance of reports with an unknown individual, which means we can't accept this. Due to the fact that we don't know who Muhammad al-Baghdadi is, we cannot accept this report.
Yeah.
She just said we can't accept reports with unknown people.
Oh,
the chain?
Wait. You're not saying that she's radically changed positions on that to defend herself, are you?
When she said, quote, Aisha said she was 9, and the women around her said that everybody was 9 as well when they became women. Everybody in that chain was unknown, except one person who was known to be objectionable and overtaken by delusion, according to Al-Albani. Just saying.
I'm saying who is saying?
It is weird how they'll lay down rules, but turn right around and violate the rules whenever it's convenient.
Yep.
Khatib al-Baghdadi in his book, The History of Baghdad.
Okay, but this is not the book that we're talking about, though.
No, this is a scholar talking about the narrator that, a narrator that Yahya ibn Ma'in is quoting.
Okay. And the book itself is, no one in the book, I'm saying the scholar in the book isn't saying that this is not trustworthy. Right?
Ooh. The scholar in the book
you're talking about
What was that? Every time she sees something on the screen, ooh. Ooh. Ah. What is this?
Someone else is saying that.
No, wait, sorry. We're talking about specifically Muhammad al-Baghdadi.
Yeah, right. So what I'm saying is, the book that has Ibn Ma'in calling Hafs a liar, that book doesn't say that this is not trustworthy.
Oh, so we're only talking about Yahya ibn Ma'in's book? Or can we...
Well, where he's being quoted. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, perfect. No, because I was talking about a different scholar that classifies the narrator that is being quoted as unknown.
Okay.
Not specifically Ibn Ma'in.
Okay. So but that's what I'm saying. I can give you other scholars who are saying that, yes, he is considered to be a liar by Ibn Ma'in. And not just him, by the way. He's just one. He's just one. So are you aware of all the reports that he's called a liar?
Not all of them. Would you like to enlighten me?
Okay, so yeah, let me just pull up another example of it here. How about the one where he steals? He steals books. Are you familiar with this one?
Oh, I actually wanted to address this as well. So if you'd let me, I would love to address
Yeah,
this.
go ahead. So just let me just
How is she going to address it when she needs to be enlightened?
Pull it up first. So
Yeah, I really want you to explain this to me, so because I really want to explain it to you.
Enlighten me first, but I'm
Enlighten
going to
me
explain
on
it to you.
this so that I can explain it to you, and I don't know anything about it. This is weird.
Yeah.
Hey, what is it? Oh, never mind. I thought that was direct. I thought one of the comments was about something we were saying, and it's actually private conversation there.
Al-Bukhari is the one who narrates this, and he says that Hafs used to take people's books and copy them and claim that they were his own, and he would never return them to the people. So Al-Bukhari was discrediting him and saying this is why he should be abandoned, because he would steal books, meaning he's a thief, and then he would say that they're his own, meaning he's a liar.
Okay, perfect.
So what's your response?
Can I go ahead and address this?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Someone just said,
You realize
this
this is
Korra?
completely different Hafs.
Someone in the chat said, is this Korra? And yeah, she just said this is different Hafs. Yeah.
So the Hafs that we've just been talking about, Yahya bin Ma'in, everything.
Now it's a different Hafs. It's just so funny. The lengths that they try to go to weaken these things is insane. But Muslims who actually are more familiar with this topic, like if you look at like Farid's videos, for example, he admits that his scholars call Hafs a liar. He never disputes any of these things. He just says, give me an example of where he lied. That's what he says. So he's also said, it's kind of like saying, he's admitting, yes, the scholar said it, but you just need to show me where he lied. And we actually have examples of where he would narrate things on his own that would go against his own teacher.
What have we been talking about so far? She's trying to discredit people by saying they're liars because they said this about Hafs. We've been talking about it for half an hour, and now she's like, oh, it's a different Hafs. Then what have we been arguing thus far?
I think that might have been the ooh. Someone sent her something like,
Oh,
"No, this is the wrong Hafs." Ooh.
Oh boy.
So she
got
So the
someone
level of-
set her up. They set her up for this.
So
one.
the level of
Yeah.
ignorance is you don't know which Hafs it is
Probably,
that has been
probably,
addressed in the past.
probably Malik.
Could you imagine?
Hey Chad, is this a different Hafs? Hey Korra, I just found out it's a different Hafs. It's Hafs Sagara.
It's Hafs Jenkins.
Just like we're
Hafs
Jenkins.
It's Hafs Jenkins.
They did a Jenkins on Hafs. They gave him a different name on the spot.
Oh man.
She just did that to the guy who gave you guys the most popular Quran in the world today, and she just pulled it's Hafs Jenkins. It's a different Hafs. Oh my goodness, Dawa.
Right? This is talking about Hafs ibn Sulaiman al-As'adi, right? So Imam
That's the
al-Dahabi
same
mentions Hafs
She
ibn
doesn't
Sulaiman
know the
al-As'adi.
name of the Quran, the Qari of the main
boy.
Quran in the world.
She can't even say his name right. She says Al-Asadi.
Actually, it's Al-Asadi. But she doesn't know the name of the guy that gave you the Quran. This is your best apologist.
Oh boy.
Right? But the quote, or not the quote, sorry, the alleged that he stole books, it's talking about a completely different Hafs.
Okay, are you sure about that?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Joe is being so nice. He's being so nice.
For anyone who isn't completely following the discussion, Hafs is the guy who transmitted the most popular Quran in the world today. Jai brings up that Hafs was called a liar and a thief, and he's considered completely unreliable in transmitting hadiths. And Korra's response is, no, that Hafs is different, as a different Hafs from the Hafs that transmitted the Quran. That's a different Hafs. It's a different Hafs. It's a liar. Ooh. And Jai says, are you sure about that? Yes, she is completely sure. So that's good, because if she's wrong about that, and she was sure about that, and she was completely wrong, then what else is she sure about in which she's completely wrong? But anyway, I backed it up a few seconds. Let's hear it.
Right? So Imam al-Dahabi mentions Hafs ibn Sulaiman al-As'adi, right? But the quote, or not the quote, sorry, the alleged that he stole books, it's talking about a completely different Hafs.
Okay, are you sure about that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay. So
She was very sure.
It Jai, it sounded like you're like, are you sure about that? Because
Yeah.
it sounded like you chuckled after she said yes.
But
Yeah,
didn't she say earlier in discussion that she knew that he was called a thief and
Yeah,
she pretended to know in the beginning, and now it's a different half?
She's clearly being fed stuff this entire
Oh yeah,
time.
it's just like the thing. Remember that other hadith that you busted her on, and she's like, "Oh, someone sent this to me before the debate."
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one in Bidayah and Nihaya.
Oh yeah, the
That
one
she
where
said was
don't
authentic.
don't fear.
And
Yeah.
she said, you can't go to a book and say something is weak. I went to the book that she said in the debate. The same book, Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya. You go a little bit down towards the end of the page and it's still daif.
Yeah, the critical editor said that. But
On the same page that she said to look up.
But in that video, she says, or like we have her quoted saying, "Oh, I got this from someone else. Someone gave this to her." So yeah, she does do this stuff. Like she just
She
like
get it
gets
on
things,
Discord,
and she doesn't know. Like it's one thing if someone gives you something, but it's not like you need to like know how to fact check. You can't just like take something and just
Yeah, especially I mean, who's sending her information? Like
yeah.
the
She should be
biggest
very critical
the biggest
by now.
liars on the planet. And
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I mean, she should be considering like whether people are complete liars, because if it's people who don't know you, Jai, and they just, it's just, oh, who's this guy? They're used to just making stuff up and just lying after lying, anything to win the argument, no matter how many lies you need to tell. So they might have actually thought, hey, I'll just send Korra this lie and she'll pass it on and she'll get the victory, even though it's a lie. And then they kind of didn't realize who they were talking to here. But let's see.
I want you to make your point first before you go ahead. Make your full point.
Okay, perfect. 1 second.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
I
don't mean
did-
to laugh, but I have it right in front of me, and it's not it is the same Hafs. But go ahead, make your point.
Sure.
It's the same Huffs, but go ahead, make your really point.
I got you. 1 second. Just give me a moment.
Do you have it in front? Do you have it or no?
Yeah, I actually have notes on this, so I'm looking through my notes right now. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
sure,
at
you
what
have notes.
I'm looking at what someone just sent me.
Yeah.
And trying to understand it.
Yep.
What I wrote, the claim that he stole books is okay. So the name of the man who stole books was Hafs ibn Sulaiman al-Minqari, and not Hafs ibn Sulaiman al-As'adi Abu.
Boom! In your face, Jai.
It's not
Can
Al-Asadi.
you, that's just
Yeah. She doesn't know.
She added a letter there to his name, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's the least of our problems.
Yeah. The least of our problems.
I can present my evidence in a second, but I was gonna let you finish if you can.
Go ahead. You present your evidence for it.
Okay, sure. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the Arabic first
Okay.
instead of just my quotes.
So as you do that, let me just play something here. This is an audio that everyone can listen to. Let me know if you can hear this. By the way, do you follow YouTube like Muslim
I remember this. You actually play the clip of Fareed.
Yeah. Yeah.
on YouTube?
Not really. I'm not really on any socials or
You don't-
anything
you
like that.
don't
I
know,
don't watch
like,
a lot.
She's not on social media, guys.
No.
I don't really watch. I more so
response.
read.
She's a reader, not a watcher, guys,
Yeah. Right.
and a deep thinker.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know who Fareed responds is or anything like that? Or Hamid Hijab or
I don't
anyone
think
like
so.
that?
No, I'm not big on watching YouTube. I mostly read. So.
Okay, no,
Korra's not
this
big
won't
on
be
watching
helpful for you then.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow.
She doesn't know about the internets, the interwebs.
But just
What's
for the
YouTube
audience
you
then,
speak of?
let me just play it for them because they'll be familiar with who he is. Okay, so this won't be meaningful
Oh,
for
Mecca
you
better.
because you don't follow these guys, but this is a big Muslim YouTuber. So I just want to play what he says, and you don't have to interact with it because you don't don't care to because you don't care for him. But let me just play. Anyone who knows who Fareed is, all the Muslim Dawa guys that are in the chat, they know who Fareed is, and listen to what he
By
says.
the way,
Here we go.
during this debate, or I don't know if you want to call this a debate or whatever, during this discussion, there were Muslims in the chat saying that she shouldn't be doing dawah. She shouldn't be doing dawah. To get out, what are you doing? You're embarrassing yourself. And she was typing as we're talking during the debate.
Fighting them.
Yeah, and she's saying, because they're saying like women shouldn't be doing dawah, and she's like, well, people shouldn't be doing public dawah in general. Like, so she was actually saying that people shouldn't be doing dawah in public in general. Just forget about gender. Now look at her. She goes out and does.
She went to the exact opposite
Yeah.
identity.
Yeah, and the reason why I remember that is because people actually had screenshots of that as it was happening, and people are just like, resending them like, hey, this is what she was saying in that discussion. So Muslims are like, you're embarrassing us, get out of here, you shouldn't be doing dawah, blah, blah, blah.
It's like, I agree. And now look who she's calling grifters.
Yeah.
The narration of hadith. So like al-Bukhari said, Taraku, and also Muslim Khan Matruk. But some scholars of hadith also claim that he was a kadhab. So how do we deal with that?
Good.
Kadhab is a liar.
Like Ibn Khirash and others.
Yeah. Okay. So there are two, or at least two people who has been attributed to that have said that Hafs is a liar. The first is Yahya ibn Ma'in, and the second is Ibn Khirash. That's the main concern. Because Yahya ibn Ma'in is a major scholar of hadith. So how is it possible that this major scholar of hadith referred to Hafs as a liar? Yahya said, this Abu Umar is a liar, referring to Hafs. Now I want you to keep a couple of things in mind here. Firstly, this statement is actually...
Wait, that's actually weird. Farid sometimes overemphasizes the T sound like Korra. He goes, this statement. But Korra always overemphasizes her T's. I don't know. That's weird.
Statement in which he's saying that Hafs's recitation is the best recitation from Asim. Okay? Now,
the best is a liar.
Imagine referring to someone as a liar, but saying that his recitation is the best recitation. So what does that mean?
It means you just accept liars. That's what it means.
Yeah.
It means some people are okay with total liars.
Imagine like the class. You have a classroom full of people, right? And the best student is a liar. I mean, what does it say about the rest of the students? They must be really bad people.
Imagine if we say one of the writers of the best gospel writer out of the four was a liar.
Yeah, the best one.
But he's the best one. So
yeah, he's the best one.
Everyone catching that? Everyone catching that? That's Farid trying to explain this. He's going, yes, he's. They say Hafs is a liar, but they also said that he's the best one to transmit that. So how could wait the liar and thief and absolute scumbag who is completely untrustworthy to transmit a story about Muhammad is the best you've got when it comes to the Quran there?
Yeah. It's like, who are your friends? Like, if you're the best, if this is the best, then like, come on, like, you need some better friends.
You need better religion then. You need to walk away.
Means that there are no specific issues with the recitation of Hafs.
Listen. Okay. So
he's a liar.
Like I said, you don't have to respond to that because you don't.
Just a liar. Little thing. He's a liar.
Yeah, but forget about it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, as you can hear, I mean, I'm probably gonna make the point right now, but just in case I don't, he makes it very clear that yes, Hafs is considered a liar according to these two big. He said this is a huge hadith scholar, and he has listed another scholar that says he's also a liar as well, and he's nowhere denying it or saying what Korra is saying.
He's not saying it's a different Hafs.
Yeah, not saying it's a different Hafs. He's also not saying that, you go to this narrator and this person is unknown or this. No, that's not his excuse. He's just saying that, yes, he's a liar, but you just need to find examples of him lying about the Quran, and then you have a problem. But just him being a liar, it's okay. But show me examples of where he lies with the Quran.
Yeah, we just didn't catch him in any lie about the Quran, so that makes it okay.
Yeah, that's like they're still like that, by the way. It's like, Muhammad Hijab, yeah, he was lying about his hotel wife, and he's lying about this, and he's lying in court, and the court ruled that his testimony is worthless because he's such a liar, but we really trust his da'wah.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Oh, boy. But I will say we can establish one thing beyond a reasonable doubt here. Whoever is feeding Korra her talking points, it's not Farid.
Oh, yes.
I'll go ahead and say that
True.
right now. So Farid is off the hook.
It could be because Maliki and Farid don't get along.
Yeah, they don't like
each other. They don't like each other.
Smart Farid.
You probably don't care what he has to say, but for all the Dawah Muslims who are listening, all the Dawah guys in the chat that know who Farid is, he takes the position that yes, he is called a liar by this big hadith scholar, and then he tries to explain it, why it's acceptable still. So he is actually called a liar. And then later on in the video, he gives a challenge and says, okay, yes, he's called a liar, but I want to challenge you to show me where he lied. And that's his challenge for the people. You heard him referring to anyway, you heard what he said. So now I can show you where Bukhari, when he's referring to Hafs as someone who used to steal books, that this is the same Hafs. But you want to present evidence, so you can present your evidence before I do that.
Right now I'm trying to find these books instead of screenshots because my screenshots are extremely blurry, as I showed. So I'm trying to actually refer to the actual book.
This is like a common problem for these. I don't know why these Muslims have terrible screenshots, but we noticed that as well. That another one of her screenshots was really
very
blurry.
Yeah, we had to
What's wrong
work
with these
really
guys?
hard to find it because the page was cropped in the middle.
Yeah,
and we thought, okay, we need to see the whole page before we make a response. It took a long time. This is done by design, so that you can't find the sources that they're giving you.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they say, "Boom, here's the evidence," and you can't quite read it, then they get out of the situation. But we found it anyway because. Yeah. We got awesome brothers and sisters.
we got good people, but good researchers, and people have noticed that as well. That Muslims, they do that. They'll crop the page. Remember the other one? They crop the title out as well. Oh yeah, that's the one you're talking about. Is that the one?
The one about the angel Jibril comforting Muhammad.
Oh, that's another one. I was thinking about the fatwa. So there's multiple examples just from the very few encounters we've had with her,
because it includes this girl here,
where she shows.
She zooms in and looks. It says Sahih. It says authentic, and then I can't see the rest of the page. You zoom out, it's about something else.
Yeah. So these blurry screenshots that they have, it's like a common Dawa weirdo thing that they do.
So I guess the lesson here would be if anyone from this crew or really anyone in Dawa sends you a blurry looking source, say, hey, send me a better picture of that and tell me exactly where I can find that because I need to look at it myself because you guys are kind of known to lie about these things.
Yep.
PDF, but you can go ahead while I'm finding this one book. It's a singular book. It'll be quick. But I want to hear the rest of your evidence if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. So you have Hafs with you, right? Like the isnad. Like, do you have the chain for it?
Yeah, I do have the chain.
Okay, so just real quick, just read his name, like Hafs's full name, just so I can be sure, because this is the same one here. I just want to present this to you.
Sure, yeah. Let me just pull up the chain for...
I thought she had it.
She forgot his name in the meantime.
Yeah. So what I'm doing there is I'm just like, okay, she's going to say his name, and I'm going to show that same name in the... in the
just in case she denies it.
Yeah.
Oh, so I get it. So you're going to say, okay, what's his name? Oh, okay, that's the name.
Yeah. But now she can't find it. Even she just had it.
She can't remember it.
Yeah.
I had it somewhere. Just trust me.
Yeah. And it's in one of these blurry screenshots.
And you also heard Farid there referred to him as Abu Amr as well. So that's another name that he has as well. But let me just get this ready while you confirm his name for us.
Hafs ibn Sulaiman al-As'adi.
Okay, perfect. So
I told you did it. I remembered that.
After like the 10th time she said it, I got on my brain.
Get out!
So, as far as we know, as far any of us are concerned, Jai is the first person to pick up on her repetitive okay perfect and to use it back to her. So all you guys, all of you in the chat who keep saying okay perfect, Jai was the OG of that. Now people may have done it on TikTok and stuff before, but Jai's the first person we can actually confirm hit her back with the okay perfect.
He gets the okay perfect award.
Yeah.
AI.
Let me just get this ready while you confirm his name for us.
Hafs ibn Sulaiman al-As'adi.
Okay, perfect. So, God Logic, can you give me the big screen real quick, bro? Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
He's
All
like
right, here we go. So this is the same Hafs, right?
Hafs ibn Sulaiman al-As'adi Abu Umar. Okay.
Yeah, now you can continue to read this hadith here.
See, I thought
you'll
she
see
knew Arabic at the time.
story
I didn't
here.
know she didn't know Arabic. So I'm telling her to read it. I have no idea she can't even read this stuff. he's narrating. Actually, I don't know.
But Jaya, she said all she does is read.
Yeah, all she does is read.
Hey,
reader who can't read.
Avery stole that from Korra.
Oh.
Jai was like, hey, you familiar with Fareed? You familiar with the YouTube? She's like, well, what's a social media? What's a social media? I don't know. What's an internet? I don't know what that is. All I do is read. YouTube? And then Avery can't say he's not familiar with that because he was right there. He's like, ooh, that's a good line. Oh, I'm going to steal that one.
All I do is read. I can show you the full thing. It's kind of, but anyway, this is the story. Let me go to the source. Al-Bukhari. Okay. And he's talking about the same Hafs right here. And you can read it yourself. I'll just kind of slowly go by it.
Can you zoom out, by the way?
So just to be clear, this is what you have to do on TikTok when you want to show sources. You have to have a second device and open your camera and then show the device.
Yeah, it's very clumsy.
Yeah, there's no share screen option. You can I can share my screen right here and it's going to be way better quality. But on TikTok they don't have that. They just have to have a second device on you at all times and just point it at the screen. So if people aren't familiar with TikTok, that's why.
Make your camera not portrait mode. Yeah, sorry. Hold your phone horizontally and zoom out.
Oh, that works better. Okay. So I'm trying to hold it as still as I can, but as you read it, I'll just give. So this is the same story. That a narration where Hafs used to steal books, and he wouldn't return them, and then he would claim that they were his own, and he'd copy them for him, say they're his own. So in this story, we see, it's from Al-Bukhari, by the way, as well, that Hafs, the same Hafs that the Muslims get their Quran from, the main majority of Muslims who use his Quran today, that he's confirmed here to be a thief, a liar, and untrustworthy by Al-Bukhari.
Let's see.
Just trying to make it stable for you. I know it's a little shaky, but you can hopefully still read it.
Do you know do you know the number and where this is quoted?
Yeah, I'll give you the source.
It's in front of you.
It's right. It's literally on the screen. You requested him to turn his camera so you could see it. What?
A little blurry, by the way.
You want to screenshot it, or
I thought you guys liked blurry.
Yeah, I thought
the whole Dawa crew liked blurry.
I'm gonna write it down, and then this book, page 32, and that's on Maktaba Shamila. So we see there that Al-Bukhari is confirming that this is actually the same Hafs. That's why I wanted to confirm his name. It's the same one. And let me just go back one more time.
Wait, can I ask what website are you reading from?
Oh, wow. Yeah, this website, it's called Al-Maktaba Shamila.
What?
Can you spell that, please?
This is one of the most popular.
The fact that she doesn't know, this is one of the biggest online resource for Arab speakers for sources and books.
Not even Arabic speakers, only because
she's a reader.
Because Uthman, this is his favorite website too.
Yeah, Uthman keeps saying Maktaba Shamila because he knows most Muslims can't read Arabic.
But that's where he printed the footnote from, by the way, and he thought it was the typo, the footnote the famous footnote with Avery. This is the same website, so this is all Muslims know.
It's like saying an apologist on our side not knowing what Sunnah.com is. That's the equivalent.
Yeah.
This Maktaba Shamila is our Sunnah.com. The Arabs.
What site did you say? Wikipedia. What's that?
Not familiar.
Shamila.
So if you just go to Shamila.
Shamala, like Shamalama Ding Dong. You know what I mean? Come on. Classic song.
.ws. Actually, I'll just show it on my screen here. You can see.
Yeah.
I have to say, this really seems like, let me say anything I need to pause for a minute and a half so that people can send me a response. That's what it sounds like to me.
It does sound
looking back is that's clearly what she was doing. I didn't see it at the time because I didn't know who she was. I didn't know that she was part of these groups or that she's a Dawa person. It wasn't until Drake told me. He's like, this is one of these Dawa weirdos that tries to corner people when they don't know something, and they try to embarrass them and get the clip farm and all that stuff. So that's basically her thing. I didn't know it.
We do have here that someone is familiar with the song that I perfectly sang.
Okay, there we go.
Shamil, hold on one second. I'm just gonna directly type this in so I can read through this.
I'm just going to take, I need a couple minutes.
.ws
Dash book.
/ 1054 2 / 22.
Yeah.
I have to say, it seems like she's delaying, but oddly enough, this is what everyone needs to be doing with them. Right? When someone says, oh, this is the source, tell me where that is. One, put it on the screen. Two, give me the link. I need to read this. I need to read it in context because you guys have a bad problem of not representing sources accurately ever.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag and then P1.
P1. Okay. Hopefully this works.
Yeah. So you can go through it and you can see. And by the way, there were actually other Muslims who I know that you don't. I heard you saying that you don't like Sunnah.com because you think that there's some Shia sources on there or whatever. But there are actually Shia Muslims who have done the same critique on these different qira'at as well, where they go through the hadith science and they see, okay, this is what makes this person reliable, this is what makes this person unreliable, and they would take these names of these different readers and they go through this process and see, okay, what do these scholars say about the trustworthiness of this person? And then they go to the next person, this person, and they came up with all these problems. So even though the Shia, they use the same like Quran as you, they still actually came up with these problems with this. So what I'm saying is, it's not just it's these are other Muslims who are coming up with these issues as well. They see this as a problem.
Hold on.
You might not consider them Muslims.
Wait. Sorry. Wait, have you read through the Arabic of this? Wait, have you had like any Arabic speakers read through this? The book?
Now all of a sudden
now she uses the Arabic card when she's stuck.
Have you read through the Arabic of this?
No, there was that big delay while people were looking up stuff for her, and it sounds like they sent her something, and then have you read through the Arabic? Like she's about to break down how it says the opposite of what you're claiming.
Yeah.
Let me back that up a little.
As you, they still actually came up with these problems with this. So what I'm saying is, it's not just it's these are other Muslims who are coming up with these issues as well. They see this as a problem.
Hold on.
You might not consider them Muslims.
Wait. Sorry. Wait, have you read through the Arabic of this? Wait, have you had like any Arabic speakers read through this? The book.
Have you had someone hold your hand, Jai, and tell you what the Arabic actually says?
Yeah.
He doesn't need anyone to read it. He's a reader on his own.
She thinks she's talking to me here.
You're quoting.
Yeah, why you don't? What's wrong with it? Is there a problem with it in Arabic?
No. I was just asking you. Have you read through?
What the heck is that? Oh my goodness! Have you read through this in Arabic?
Yeah. Have you read through this in Arabic?
Well, what's the problem?
Goodness.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything. I'm just, I was just wondering.
Yeah. I do that on purpose. I do that on purpose. I'm like, wait, so is there a problem with it? Because I want to see like where they're going with that. If she like doubles down, yeah, there's a problem. Then we can actually pull up the Arabic. I think we actually do pull up the Arabic, if I remember. But because we end up doing it anyway. But I want to see what was
she wants
the
you
problem.
to say, no, I don't know Arabic. Someone gave this to me.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, oh, you misunderstand. You see?
Yeah, this actually says Hafs is completely reliable in every way, and that's why his Quran is awesome, just like every other Quran, because they're all exactly the same. You dummy.
Yeah.
An Arabic speaker to read through this.
أنا بحكي عربي كمان. What? Oh, I just told her. I just told her he knows Arabic too. All I said to her was, "Yeah, I speak Arabic too." And then she like gasped.
Yeah, like, she was like, "Oh, I'm out of cards. What do I do now?"
Uh-oh. Everyone hear that? Let me back up here.
Arabic speakers read through this. The book that you're quoting.
Yeah, why you don't? What's wrong with it? Is there a problem with it in Arabic?
No. I was just asking you. Have you asked an Arabic speaker to read through this?
Yeah, أنا بحكي عربي كمان.
Oh, nice. Okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Not perfect.
No, Korra. No, not perfect.
So someone at some point coached her and said, "Look, you can't just be ooh, what? You can't be making all these shock noises after everything." But they didn't tell her stop with the okay perfect every 5 seconds.
Yeah, they coached her to one thing but not the other. I mean, she's... So anyway, you can read through it, and you'll see he's going through these different people, and when he's at the Hafs, okay. What
Wait,
do you want it to be read in Arabic?
Or do you read Arabic?
Yeah, this is when I brought
Arabic.
this is when I brought DOC. I'm like, okay, well,
I was listening the whole time.
I was like, why don't we read it in Arabic? So that I told her, hey, why don't you just read it?
I was listening the whole time, and because she's so meek here, I thought she was just a random Muslim girl who doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
So she just wanted to like step in and just like, okay, I'll read it for her. I was like, okay.
I was trying to help her. Turns out she was a demon.
Yeah, we had no idea. Yeah, you're just like,
I was like, oh sure, I'll help.
Let me just help you out. I'll read it for you. But we'll see how that went.
We can read it for you if you want in Arabic. It's no
Go
problem.
for it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me have it read for you. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Hold on one second. So let me just put it on the screen and then we'll read it. So can you not read Arabic, or do you need someone to read it for you or something, or what?
I can read Arabic. It's just I take a lot of time because it wasn't my first language, but I can.
Oh, that's why she spends so much time reading. Is it takes her a while. She doesn't have time for social media. Now it makes sense.
Read Arabic.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, it says go.
حفص
ابن سليمان الأسدي أبو عمر عن علقمة بن مرقد تركوه they left him. وقال أحمد بن حنبل رحمه الله أحمد بن حنبل said قال يحيى أخبرني شعبة قال أخذ مني حفص بن سليمان كتابا. So حفص بن سليمان took a book from me فلم يرده and he didn't return it. قال وكان يأخذ كتب الناس فينسخها, and he used to take people's books and write them, transcribe them.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah. Do you understand? Or...
Yeah, I heard her. I heard her perfectly fine. Can you ask her to read the title of the book that you're reading from Al-Bukhari?
Yeah, no problem.
I can't read the title of the book.
You know, it's messed up the entire time you guys are talking about Hafs stealing books and not returning people's books and stuff. I'm like, darn, I still have books that I stole. I still got them. Before I was a Christian, guys, but I still have some books that I stole.
Yeah, but we don't get the gospel from you.
Yeah, you're not a trustworthy hadith transmitter.
You're not John, and you're not Luke.
Kitab, you put it on the screen, brother? Just so people know that it's the same.
Yeah, so Avery has to like put us on the screen whenever we want to put the camera on. Mm-hmm. So we have to tell him like to put us on the screen.
الصغير للبخاري. So people of the book of the weak people.
Yeah, the weak narrators basically.
Yeah.
The weak
that are listed from Abu Bukhari, like his own list of weak narrators or the weak people.
Okay, perfect. 1 second.
She's like, okay, let me go look this up.
Guys, are you going to answer this or not?
Yeah.
Bukhari wrote
she got the whole Discord group. Everyone, like I hear, I'm thinking I'm talking to one person, but she got like 50 people who thought like, you know.
Bukhari wrote a book. Imagine, Bukhari wrote a book with an insult, the book of the week.
Yeah.
And he put Hafs in it.
Yeah.
The man who gave them the Quran.
Yeah. Of course, in his time, Hafs wasn't popular at all.
Yeah, he wasn't a problem then, but he is now.
Yeah, now he is. Yeah.
Before I was Christian card, at it again.
So, anything else? Do you need anything else from the Arabic, or? Is it...
I'm still trying to find my perfect, not my perfect book. Sorry, my clear book in Arabic, book. So I can read from you.
She just started trying to find my perfect book. She has like a book. She probably has a book titled "Okay, Perfect."
I don't. What do you mean by a clear Arabic book or a perfect Arabic book? They all just have the same language in it. It's like saying I'm waiting for my perfect English book. What do you mean?
My perfect Arabic book.
Show you how this is not the same exact Hafs that you're talking about.
She's still denying it?
Oh, okay.
Wow, my goodness.
Well, I can show you.
Hurry up, Dean.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at? You told me you'd have my back in this debate, and then I'd crush this guy, and then I'd be famous.
So his name is Hafs bin Sulaiman al-Asadi. And then if you go to the Quran, you'll see that it's Hafs bin Sulaiman. And it gives his full
Discord. Her Discord server is probably called OK Perfect. Oh, man. But yeah, after that, she disappeared for 2 years. She was off the internet for 2 years.
She left.
Yeah.
She went to Dawah school.
Dawah school.
Yeah. And it tells you who we got it from. Yeah. We'll show it. Hold on, let me show it to you.
Yeah, you can pull it up if you'd like to, but you don't have to. I think I know what you're talking about.
Hafs.
So this is the chain in the Quran. It tells you like Hafs's name.
Yeah, you open the Quran, it tells you the name of it on the first page before you start reading the surahs.
So Hafs bin Sulaiman, yeah. I crashed it.
Oh.
Did she just do the
Yeah, she did it again.
Let me show it to you.
There you go.
Yeah, you can pull it up if you'd like to, but you don't have to. I think I know what you're talking about.
Hafs bin Sulaiman
ابن المغيرة.
Oh.
al-Asadi al-Kufi.
Oh.
So it is the same Hafs, yeah.
Oh.
What? What is she doing?
What
the heck?
So Korra, you said you were sure it's a different Hafs because someone told you that on your little OK Perfect Discord server, and then Jai brought the receipts, and your response is, oh.
But has she never opened the Quran before?
No.
Imagine, I don't know, this is the Gospel according to Matthew. You know, it says the Gospel according to Matthew. Also, in the first page of the Quran, it says this is the Quran according to these people.
Yeah.
So she's never opened a Quran before?
Nope.
Should I say something? Okay, 1 second.
What do you want to say?
No, I was talking to myself. Don't worry, I wasn't talking to you.
She's like, I'm talking to my Discord.
So anyway,
she's like, guys, I really need the help. What are they? I don't even know who are the people. I don't even know these Discord people, whoever they are.
Guys, what the heck? You told me it's a different Hafs, and now I'm getting completely humiliated here. I'm getting totally baked. What'd you say? No, I was talking to myself.
Same Hafs. When you go to the Isnad, it gives you his fuller name. But in Bukhari, when he calls him Abu Amr, that you also heard Farid call him that as well, Abu Amr. That's like his title. Yeah. Yeah, it's his kunya. His like that's his oldest son's name.
Ooh. 1 second.
What? Ouch.
What's going on?
So
with her?
if we ever debate Korra, that's gonna be like what it's like. Ooh, just lots of sound effects and nothing coming back.
Yeah.
Yep. So just to be clear, what's the contention? Because if you want, we can give you other sources where Muslims are saying, don't take from him from hadith. Like, I don't. Are you actually contending that he's reliable in hadith, or are you trying to say that he is?
No, I'm not trying to say that he's reliable in hadith. Don't worry. I just wanted to go through your sources one by one. That's what my intent was. Not to argue that he was reliable in hadith. That wasn't my argument.
Okay. So
I wanted to move through your arguments one by one.
Yeah, that's fine. And so far,
you made a claim and it was false, Korra. It's pretty simple, and he proved you wrong, and now you don't know what to say. And so now you're saying, "Oh yeah, I just wanted you to take me through the sources."
You can see that he's. I mean, let's just stick with this one in itself. This one in itself, he's called a lie. Like he basically, when you steal books from someone, and you say that they're your own, like you copy them for yourself, say that they're your own. That means that you're a liar. And then also he's a thief as well because he's stealing books from people.
So Jai, really quick. For the audience that's listening, why is this important that amongst the early Muslims and amongst the scholars that Hafs is seen as unreliable in hadith and things of this nature? Why is this important to Quran preservation or his recitation of the Quran?
Oh, you see? Avery has to jump in to rescue Jai. No, it's 2-on-1 debate. He had to rescue Jai. They should just clip that. Avery jumps in to rescue Jai from Korra.
Exactly. And by the way, it's not just Hafs, by the way, because once you get to Awesome is also said to have a weak memory, to the point where you have Muslim scholars saying anybody named Awesome has a weak memory because of how bad his memory was. He went like senile and stuff, and he just was always forgetful. So, and then
he was so bad he ruined the name forever, guys. It's like, guess what? There used to be plenty of people named Adolf.
Oh, yeah.
I've never met an Adolf anymore. Someone ruined that name. Judas was one of the couple most common names back then. We don't name kids Judas anymore. Anyway.
Go to Abu Abdurrahman as well, who's next in the chain, and you have a hadith that says he never learned the Quran from Uthman. He only learned it from Ali. But the chain says he learned it from Uthman. So there's so many problems with this chain. Why this is a problem is because Muslims, they say that they have this chain that connects them to Muhammad. This Quran connects them to Muhammad. They have this person who got it from this person, who got it from this person. And when we go down the list and we see, okay, actually this person, Muslim scholars call him a liar. Muslim scholars say he has bad memory. Muslim scholars say he's unreliable. When you go down the list, you'll see that this chain that they have, they would never accept a hadith from this person, Hafs. They would never accept a hadith from him. But yet they accept the Quran from him. So
okay, can I ask you a question?
This, yeah, but just here's the point though. Here's the major point. Imagine that you don't accept hadith from somebody because they're a liar and a thief, but yet you're going to accept the word of God from them. Like, it's a much bigger thing that you're trusting him with. If you don't trust him in something smaller, why would you trust him in something bigger, like the Quran?
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Well, technically you just did.
Yeah.
So now it's no more a debate. Yeah. Now it's like, teach me.
Seriously, that should have been the response. Wow. Everything I've been hearing from these guys who are telling me what the answers are, it's all complete nonsense. Mm-hmm. This guy is stating things accurately and getting everything right. Maybe I need to listen to this guy and stop listening to all the people who do nothing but tell me lies and then get me completely embarrassed in front of everybody like this.
Are there any scholars that criticize Hafs in his qira'at of the Quran?
You got that, everyone? So saying, okay, he's known as a liar, he's known as a thief, he had terrible character, and Jai points out, hey, if you can't trust him with these smaller, much less significant things, why would you trust him with what is, according to you, the most important thing in the entire universe? Why? Why would you trust why would you trust a liar and a thief to be the guy who gives you your Quran? And she says, well, which scholars actually condemn his Quran and not just him for being a liar and untrustworthy and a thief?
Yeah.
There's even a yes to answer to that.
Yeah, I think we'll see what
Let's see.
Yes, there are. There are some scholars who say that Hafs would get things from himself and he didn't even get it from his teacher, actually.
Can you cite the source?
Okay, so hold on, because I feel like I keep giving you sources, but we're not. I want to make sure we're getting somewhere with this. So I want to show you this one more. Okay, I just want to show you this one more source from a big scholar who is very significant, who said that Hafs used to get some readings that he has from himself. He didn't even get it from Awesome. Okay, so do you know who Abi Mujahid is?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so do you know?
Let me ask Discord. Yeah.
She doesn't know who Mujahid is.
No. So basically, this point is that in the books of these like Muslim scholars through the canonizations of the Quran and the different readings, they'll also have literature on like manuals of like reading like different readings, and they'll say like this is how Hafs would read the Quran, this is how this person would read the Quran, blah blah blah. Well, they also make like footnotes and notes on these people. So there's an instance where Ibn Mujahid and Ibn al-Jazari, which are the two like the big scholars, like the 7 readings and the 10 readings come from, and they say that Hafs was getting this particular reading. This is just one example where he's getting this particular reading from himself. He didn't get it from from Awesome, which is his teacher. He didn't get it from him. He got it from himself. But the way that Muslims want you to think the chain works is that everything that Hafs said, he got from this person, who got it from this person, who got it from this person, and they're only repeating the things that they said that ultimately come from Muhammad. But the chain stops there. It goes Hafs and then ends with him because he made this up on his own. This particular reading doesn't go back to forget Muhammad. Doesn't even go back to one teacher ahead of him.
Yeah, and actually, all the 10 canonical readings were seen as inferior, not just Hafs.
Yeah.
Like Makki al-Qaisi, who was a head reciter in the 10th century, said, we have 70 or
over 70.
Over 70 readings that are better than the seven that Ibn Mujahid chose.
Yeah.
So actually, the 10 that the Muslims like today and say, oh, they all go to Muhammad, they were seen as inferior.
Yep.
Enlighten me.
Okay, so he's the reason why you don't have. He's the reason why you have the 7 readings of the Quran.
The Ahraf.
What's that?
What?
Yeah, she said the word. I mean, you know the word, David. She said it completely wrong, and I was like shocked. Like, what? The what?
She was trying to say ahruf.
Yeah.
She said ahraf.
What?
Yeah. Like this is an example. Like you can tell she doesn't even speak Arabic with her family, just like on like a colloquial level, because ahruf is just the plural of harf. It's like this is like a common word used in Arabic. So it's not just specific to this hadith about the 7 ahruf. So if you don't even know this word,
it means letters in Arabic.
Yeah, it just means.
So if you're learning A, B, C, alif, ba, ta, you will know.
Yeah, these are the
huruf or ahruf, which are plural of letter.
Yeah.
So she just couldn't say ahruf.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, what? What you just said?
Ibn Mujahid is not who gave us the ahruf. It was Muhammad who gave us the ahruf.
Right.
She thought she mixed it. Anyway.
Huh. All right. Let's see.
Okay, so he's the reason why you don't have. He's the reason why you have the 7 readings of the Quran.
The Ahraf.
What's that?
The ahraf.
I had to give her a chance. I'm like,
ahraf.
Yeah. Times are rough. The times are rough.
Ahraf.
The Ahraf, like the 7. Ahraf.
Oh no.
I didn't know what she was saying. I was like genuinely like confused. I was like, what?
So she's someone who likes to read but doesn't know the word for
ahraf.
No, ahruf. No. The ahruf is a hadith that are not the same things as the qira'at. I'm talking about the 7
ahruf and qira'at are different. There's 10 qira'ats and 7 ahruf. Yeah.
Oh, you learned that.
Well,
now
no.
someone was like,
Later
gave her a
in
line.
history,
someone was like, hey,
added 3 more, and so there's actually 10. There's 10 readings. There's 10 readings, like you said. But initially, Ibn Mujahid only canonized 7. So for a long period of Muslim history, like for 500 years, there was only 7 readings. And because he chose the 7, and he had the government to back him up on this, and they enforced his readings. They even imprisoned people and tortured them for rejecting his readings. He actually, because of him, people confused the 7 readings with the 7 ahruf.
Okay.
So let me just give you the source now. So the guy who canonized the 7 readings, Ibn Mujahid, said that Hafs was mistaken a number of times, and he actually specifically says that Hafs. I'll just give you one example where he says that this reading that he got was from himself, and he didn't even get it from Awesome.
It's funny because she's the one who went there. You know what I mean? She's the one who. What should I ask him, Discord? Oh yeah. Well, you got anyone who complains about his Quran? Huh? Yeah. What? Oh yeah. What?
Yeah, they have no idea.
Yeah, just made it worse.
Guy's like, yes, I do.
Did you say the source or?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you now. It's from Ibn Mujahid's book. It's from his book, Kitab al-Sab'a fi Qira'at. Yeah, let me show it to you. Yeah.
Can you spell all of that for me?
7 readings. Okay.
Kitab al-Sab'a
في قراءات. Ibn Mujahid. I know it's kind of blurry.
No, I can read it.
I didn't know how much
Okay.
it loved blurry though.
I can read it. All I read in is blurry.
Yeah.
Ibn Mujahid. Okay, now let me just show you the reference now. Okay, so I'll just highlight it. Hold on, so you can see. Because you asked the question, like, where did Hafs get things, like, just where did he like kind of make mistakes or something? Oh no, this is not it. Hold on, this is not it. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up the reference for you now. Were you still looking for something that you wanted to show?
Sorry, repeat that.
Were you still looking for something that you wanted to show us?
Not anymore, bro. I can't.
Okay, no problem.
What?
Okay.
Not anymore, bro. I can't.
She sounded distressed.
Yeah, what the heck was that?
Unless she says something right after that, that sounds like the clearest admission of complete and utter defeat that I've ever heard in a debate. I backed it up.
And that's the one Malik is like, Korra will debate you, I'll debate you.
Yeah.
That's the same Korra.
I got nothing. Jai's being all nice. So, is there some argument you like to? No, I got nothing anymore. I'm done.
Yeah, because I'm thinking,
I got
like, okay, I have
baked.
to pull up this. I'll pull up the source. As I'm pulling up the source, didn't you want to show us something? So
That's the same Naqabi who was saying F this and F that to people that she's debating that don't have the sources ready.
Yeah.
She's the same energy is now different.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull up the reference for you now. Were you still looking for something that you wanted to show?
Sorry, repeat that.
Were you still looking for something that you wanted to show us?
Not anymore, bro. I can't.
Okay, no problem. It's funny because I know what it says, but I'm just trying to find it on the page now.
That's how she ended. I thought she didn't follow up. She was like, I can't. I just can't.
I got nothing. I got nothing here, man. I got nothing.
I'm out. I don't trust the Discord anymore. Oh, boy.
Okay, for some reason I had like 2 bookmarks for the same thing. And
Oh, 1 second. Where'd that go? Silverbee says, David, did you and AP later do the live stream about the Nick Mateo stream? Yeah, we only heard one section. We didn't get to it. It's funny because we're talking about stuff and then we watch part of it and then we don't get to Libiano and then right afterwards Libiano posts, oh, they said they were gonna go through this and then didn't even do my part. One wonder why. Like we're too scared. We haven't even heard it. Anyway, these guys are whack.
And I was showing the wrong bookmark. So anyway, here it is here. Reference. It's the same reference. So the same website as before. This is the book. Like you already saw that. And then the page is what is that? 608. Yeah, 608. Okay. And then here's the reference here. So page 608 in his book. It's saying
قرأ
حفص
عن نفسه لا عن عاصم. So he read it from himself, not from Asim.
Yeah.
بضم الضاد. So he put a dhamma on the dad
Yeah,
just from himself.
Exactly. And actually, and Ibn Mujahid actually says that this is a mistake because he says he said that he mixed up the verb with the noun. But anyway, so Ibn Mujahid, the one who canonized, the readings, he actually said here that Hafs is getting it from himself, not from Asim. Even though it's supposed to be from Asim. He's not supposed to be making stuff up on himself.
Ooh, wait, can you pull up the page again if you don't mind?
No, no problem. Did you want the quote or did you want like the page number or what did you?
The page number.
Ooh la 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 la.
Okay, I can't send links on here. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, what is that? 608.
Looks like it looks like 6.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh, it's 5?
6,
Oh, it's 6. Not either. I'm tripping. That says 5.
No.
508.
Yeah, is it 508? I was trying to figure
We
it out.
just copy paste it.
Actually, I'll give you the link on the top. Let me just do what I did last time. I'll give you the link.
Of course.
It's blurry. Hold on. Okay, there we go. You can screenshot that, maybe?
Got you.
What is it?
Okay, in the verse that he's commenting on, it's chapter 30, verse 54.
30 verse 54. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
By the way, I can no longer argue. I can't argue anymore because my laptop actually died. Hence why I can't pull up the source anymore.
Oh, the Discord
okay.
one. Oh, she can't access Discord
So,
anymore.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, so the laptop died. Oh, because obviously you can still talk, right? She's using her phone to talk.
Oh.
So the Discord went. Oh,
Well, couldn't she plug it? Couldn't she plug it?
Right? Yeah, she could just plug this.
Is she in the middle of the desert? Like she doesn't have a plug?
Yeah, who would go into a debate and have a laptop that's ready to die and not bring a charger? Now I was in a debate once where someone stole my charger right beforehand, so I had that issue. But unless she's got that, unless that happened to her, it sounds like okay. These idiots on Discord keep telling me to say all this stuff, and it keeps being wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, she probably just like rage quit from them. She's like, "You guys aren't helping me," and he slams the laptop.
She's like, I can't anymore, bro.
2 years,
and then it was and then it was I'm not debating for 2 years because I don't trust you guys anymore.
Yeah,
I should trust them now.
Yeah. Well.
So we're happy. Like I'd love Jai and me to debate any Niqabi or anyone from that group except Libiana because he's banned on the qira'at. Hopefully, like in the couple of years, she's learned some things. She's read a bit more. She learned her alphabet. Then she can come back.
She learned her alphabet.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're not able to continue with us then.
Do you want we can have like a cliffhanger?
Yeah, no problem. So basically,
it's a 2-year cliffhanger, by the way.
It's pretty clear that you have Hafs who's getting a reading from himself, not from Aslam. So this is obviously a big problem. And so our whole point is that the way that Muslims believe, like what me and Galactic were saying in the other stream, the other live, was that the whole idea of your guys' view of preservation today is not. Yeah, thank you. It's not the same. It's not the same as the early Muslims. So we're trying to say that the view of preservation that Muslims have is not the same that early Muslims had. And in fact, they didn't even believe that they might have believed that the Quran was preserved, but not in the same way that you guys believe, like word for word, letter for letter, dot for dot.
Everyone, that's the most important takeaway on this, apart from, in case your mind's blown. What? Their main guy for transmitting the Quran is this big liar and stuff like that. That can be shocking stuff. But the real fundamental point here is the way Muslims understand, like almost universally today, the way they think about the preservation of the Quran is not what the early Muslims thought about it. They thought completely differently about it. And so it's like, okay, they all got it wrong back then, and you guys got it right. Because you heard a bunch of nonsense from Zakir Naik and it spread all over the place?
And by the way, I don't want to introduce another topic, but we also talked about scribes, like scribes who would apostatize from Islam because they realized the same thing, that they would say something one way, and then Muhammad would say, hey, that's what's been revealed. And then he read it down. And then the scribes were like, well, wait.
Abdullah ibn Abi Sar, my man.
Yep.
If he's a prophet and he's getting this from God, but he just said it the same way I said it, then that means I'm a prophet too. So they would just leave Islam. So, yeah, we're just trying to show the Muslims that their view of preservation is flawed. And if usually Muslims will use that as an argument against Christianity, and they'll say, oh, you guys have textual variance in the Bible. We can't trust the Bible because there's variance. So we're trying to, return the tables on them with that. And then if you come another time, we can actually show you why the Bible is reliable, why you should believe it's reliable, and trust it, and that is the word of God.
Wow, you actually gave Korra open invitation right there to come on, and you'd explain to her why the Bible is reliable, and then she disappears from off the face of the earth for 2 years until Malik gets enough dirt on her to say, you're going to work for me now. I'm your manager. I'm your teacher and your manager, girl.
Okay, sure.
What's that?
So he's saying that we're running now from her.
Yeah.
So go figure.
Gotcha.
Cool. So you've been very respectful, and we always appreciate these conversations.
Surprised that it's surprisingly she has been. This This is Korra, guys.
She's not now because she put you in this shirt on a thumbnail saying,
Oh, yeah.
you're a grifter.
Yeah, shit, I'm a grifter.
Even though we've been so nice to you, even though you didn't deserve it those 2 years ago. That's how
Korra
he
sounds like, unless you're blackmailing me and threatening me, I just think you're a grifter. I don't trust you.
So yeah, we just want to extend our thanks and appreciation to you, and hopefully we can have another discussion or more discussions in the future. Usually it doesn't go like this. Usually the conversations are kind of like how they went in the last stream. You saw how that went. They were
because the last stream I was actually trying to debate because I was talking to that other guy, that study guy. The stream, my intention wasn't to debate. It was just I wanted to see exactly what your claim was.
Okay.
I just wanted to see what your claim was. I said you're wrong, and then I got crushed. But I was just trying to, have you take me through what your position is. That was it. It's good to know.
Perfect.
Yeah, but if you want to come back, we can actually debate.
Did I just say okay, perfect again? Did I just say? I think
Yeah,
I just said
if you want to check.
Wait, you're saying you said it again?
I think I just said okay, perfect again.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to check the sources and get everything up, we can do that. And we didn't even get into like contradictions between the different readings, but we have plenty of examples of that as well.
Yeah, I'll show. So if I come back, I mean, after I look into all the sources and I get my books, because I do, as I said, I'm not really big on like getting stuff off of YouTube and stuff like that. I just have books. I collect books. It's just a thing. But
she collects them, but she doesn't read them.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So the goal in this, like, we're not trying to insult or disrespect. We're just trying to show the truth. And our end goal is always discussions is to glorify God and how we conduct ourselves and point people to the truth, which is ultimately going to lead you to Jesus. He is the truth. So that's what I have to say. Anything you want to say before you go, you can go ahead.
Okay, perfect.
I knew she was going to say that.
You guys have a good day.
I knew she was going to say, okay, perfect.
I mean, I try to be respectful, so I'm glad that you guys...
Korra always tries to be respectful, guys.
Yeah, what happened?
She said, "I want to sit me down and teach me," when I'm the one who helped her read the Arabic.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
We got Jai is always nice here. It's his nature. Guys, the guys like Jai are the ones you need to watch out for. That happened a while back. I was in the room and God Logic, he goes live on TikTok. He's sitting there talking to someone, and I was there, and the guy's arguing with God Logic, and I go and stick my head in there. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And the guy, "Hey, yeah, I know you. I don't like you. I don't like you. I like Avery. Put Avery back on. He nicer." And I was like, "Dude, that's why you need to be more worried about him. Like, you guys know, like how I am. You guys know that, and you guys like, oh no, we'd rather talk to these nice guys. Those nice guys are going to absolutely destroy you, and you won't even realize it because they're smiling the entire time."
We're respectful as well, because I do try to be as patient as I can when I talk to people, especially non-Muslims.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She's super nice and patient, everyone.
Well, Talia, it's been a pleasure listening to you engage.
Say Talia?
No,
she didn't go by Korra back then. This was her other nickname, I guess.
But it might be because we made fun of her, because Talia is a Hebrew name.
Yeah, or they do use it in like certain parts of the Muslim world, but it's like you're not supposed to. Remember,
Sheikh Qasim Hakim said it was one of the forbidden names.
Yeah, so I don't know if
that's true.
That's just like her nickname that she used to go by before. So this is Korra before she was Korra.
Okay. So changing the names, eh? Maybe her real name is Talia Jenkins.
Just stuff like that. I know it was educational for those listening that's not too familiar with these subjects. So thank you for participating, and I really, really, really do hope that you come back and continue with Jai and, even try to refute him later.
All good, yeah. As I said, I mean, today my intention in this live wasn't to debate, because I can't really, especially, I can't debate on other people's lives, especially because every time I try to debate, I always get cut off, etc., etc. I've never been on you guys' live before, and I try not to get on people that I don't know's lives, but I'll look into your sources. I'll see exactly what your claims are, because I was writing everything down so I could see exactly what you were saying. And yeah, I mean, if you want to debate in the future, we definitely can.
Now you know us. Now you know how we rock. You know how we engage. It's just we prefer this right here, like this type of where we listen to each other, we exchange. It's if someone interjects politely, they can interject, or if you like, hold on, let me finish this thought. Let them finish the thought. Just regular conversation, not hyper emotional and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
There's like Muslims in the chat being like, yeah, you learned your deen based off of what Christians say.
See, I told you she's just people in the chat were telling her.
I debated.
People in the chat were telling her that she's learning her deen from us and stuff like that, and so they were telling her get off. So she was like typing to them while like I was talking. She'd be typing to them. Now she's actually addressing them on the mic. But yeah, Avery's right. We do prefer these conversations. That's rarely ever happen though. And it seems like when they do happen, it turns out this person is not being genuine. Like she's.
Yeah, it turns out they just waiting to see what you know.
Yeah, that's all it is. Let me go through every one of your sources, and then 3 years later, I'll debate you, and
But she did say she would debate again, so let's go.
Yeah,
that is wild because it was a couple of years ago that Malik got so thoroughly embarrassed that everyone started calling him Dr. Shirk because he was getting everything wrong. But she's interacting with her chat, and they're saying, "What are you doing? Learning from these guys? You're learning from these guys. You're learning about Islam from these guys. What's wrong with you?" Well, these guys tell the truth. I don't know how they don't pick up on that, or if they do pick up on it, why it doesn't bother them, why they don't care that the people who are teaching them their religion are constant liars, like Hafs. Just can't stop lying. Lie. And then someone comes on and tells them the truth. And they have to go outside their religion to find someone who will tell them the truth about their religion. And then what happens? They go, "Oh, are you stupid? Are you learning your religion from the Korra? What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Well, why are they learning their religion from us? Why aren't the imams and the sheikhs teaching that in the mosques? Then we wouldn't have had to learn it from us and be gasping all over the place for the things that you're seeing for the first time. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's just like when Sneeko went to Speaker's Corner and Chris came up to him and said, "Hey, you believe there's one Quran?" Sneeko said, "Yeah, there's only one Quran." And Chris said, "No, there's different Qurans." And then you had the Warner there, aka the Watcher, who knows what they were doing on their trip. But he starts jumping in. "Oh, yeah, it's just different dialects." And Chris, "No, it's not just different dialects." And eventually the Warner just started going to Sneeko, "Who are you going to listen to? You going to listen to your fellow Muslims, or are you going to listen to the Christians?" And the Christian was the one telling the truth, and the Muslims were the ones lying.
Yeah.
What is this? And say, listen to liars, because liars are part of your religion. Don't listen to people who tell you the truth about your religion because they're outside of your religion. This is like so insanely dysfunctional. Anyway, there's a few seconds left here. I don't know what's going on in the end here.
Regular conversation, not hyper emotional and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
There's like Muslims in the chat being like, yeah, you learned your deen based off of what Christians say. I'm not here to debate in the first place. I came up here not to debate, but because I was invited to talk about it. But it's been a respectful conversation. So have a good day to you guys, and assalamu alaikum to everyone in the chat. And please stop takfiring me, bro. I am a Muslim. I don't know what you're talking.
Oh, that's why she left for 2 years, because people in the chat were
saying you're a kafir.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
that's why she
they are
left.
Cold as ice.
Dang. What?
They're like, "You're not even a Muslim, you're fake."
Wow.
So anyone who doesn't know something and fails in a
I bet you none
debate,
of the people in the chat who are takfiring her, who are saying she's not a Muslim, I bet you none of them would have done better. I mean,
no, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
But why, if a community treats you that way, do you come back and she keeps being served up on a platter to us and other apologists, and people from the back giving her sources that are weak and that are unreliable, that are not right, arguments, and when it fails, she fails. Then they blame her, "Oh, you failed."
Yeah.
And they are resting in the back, not being served up. They're using her as a puppet.
Yeah, and she keeps covered, not because she obviously doesn't care enough about Islam to dress like that. It's for her in the future, when she's been so thoroughly humiliated, she can just move on and no one will recognize her until, they say something to her and she goes, "Okay, perfect." I'm like, "Wait a minute, I remember you." But yeah, I mean, think about that. She really hasn't learned her lesson. I mean, she's trying this on Jai and spouting complete idiotic nonsense because people are sending it to her, but she still does that. She still does. She hasn't changed. She took a couple years off, but she still does that. She's still passing on what she's being handed by people who are completely wrong. I have like zero clue. If I'm like, hey guys, help me with this. Send me some information. You send me a garbage made up source and tell me to run with that, and then I get embarrassed over it. Like, I'm not gonna listen to you again. What sense would that make? But that's apparently they just don't care. Crazy stuff. All right, let's check out these super chats and we'll be out of here. Potato Sandwich said, this debate is airtight. If anyone threatens or attacks you physically, you can just defend yourselves by making a shield out of the 40-plus Arabic Qurans that exist. And then you would be indestructible, unlike the Quran. Yeah. Were Al-Zut defending Aisha from the tyrant Mo? That's a good theory. You could say that. Brethren, this is also a spiritual battle. Muslims get dark power from their prayers and sacrifices to false Allah. The kingdom of God is not about words, having the right words, but about power. Well, they're seeming all kinds of weak right now. It's nice to see Mike Winger with DOC and Jai. David is Mike Winger joke number 487. Classic.
They even know your number.
Yeah, they do. I'm learning so much from you all. Keep it. Great work, Jai, DOC, and D Wood.
Awesome.
Oh, we got way more stuff coming out in the near future, guys. I've seen that video like 3 times. Love the part where she asks Jai if he has checked with someone who reads Arabic. He proceeds to talk in Arabic. Yeah, it's classic. Had she known, would Aisha have thanked Al-Zut? Oh, this is on the theory that the Al-Zut were teaching Muhammad a lesson. This is Korra. I remember this live, but she be sounding different now.
Yeah.
Yeah, more arrogant, more aggressive, more
still
foul language.
Knowledge,
but
yeah,
yeah,
still same level of knowledge. It's just...
and still sticking with the okay, perfect, and then over pronouncing the T sound. David, will you be at DebateCon this week? Would love to get a pic with you. No, I will not, but I'll be at the following one. And we got super sticker there, thanks. And I called Apple customer service yesterday. She continually said, okay, perfect. I should have asked her if she went by Korra the Explorer. That would be funny. Can I get an upgrade? Okay, perfect. Wait a minute. Dow again has claimed they know everything about the people in their chains. Light said that one of the narrator bios was simply, he liked horses. True? It's a Tom Petty song, man. He loves horses. After her debate with Nick, her technique seems to be to act obtuse, but she is hoping you'll bring up the source she already knows. Nick caught her.
Yep.
My jizya to Mr. David Wood. Keep Dawa running. Hey, Jai and DOC, always good to see you guys. God bless y'all, and may he keep you safe and well.
Thank you.
He huffs. It should be huffs and puffs. He huffs and puffs and blows the Quran narrative down. Not in the old Zut sense. Okay, perfect. Enlighten me. They are so dishonest and think everyone else lies too. That is a problem. It's projection. Like they understand, like everything with them is deception and lying and stuff like that and trying to trick people and stuff like that. So they think we're all doing the same thing. Korra and Malik Dawa planning sessions must sound a lot like Beavis and Butthead making plans to go to the Maxi Mart. You see, all the that would be a funny little for those of you who do AI. It would be funny having like Malik and Korra, but like as Beavis and Butthead on the Beavis and Butthead couch. You see, all the hadiths that were daif because of Hafs are now fine. Korra says. There you go. Is a winger wood? What's MOU? Told you guys 10,000 times. I don't understand abbreviations. Is a winger wood? Are you guys looking it up?
I was waiting for the chat. I was looking for the chat. MOU. I'll just look it up. What is?
If you say bloodbath or something, maybe, but I don't know what else MOU would mean.
Can't be that.
Jai is first person in the OK Perfect Isnad. Dawa screenshots lower resolution than the Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot from 1967. It's wild. I know, but people have technology now. It's like, what's your excuse? Thank you, D. Wood and Mr. and Miss Jenkins for being at the forefront debunking this false religion. Also, I can now use your real names in my prayers. And I pray for Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins.
And then God blesses a completely different couple.
What in the Dawa Seuss is going on here, Korra? That's a good question. Islam's Jesus and Mahdi fill the roles of the false Christ and false prophet. Yeah, there's something going on there. Anyone else here get offended when Korra uses white voice? Total cultural appropriation. She should stick to Quran accent. And hey, look, it's Avery here. Jai is clearly panicking. Yeah. Jai was in full panic mode the entire time. I want to learn Arabic, but have noticed a lot of online resources appear Islamic, which I don't want to support. What resources should I check out? Oh, so I guess this person who'd like to take like an online course or something like that, but he doesn't want to be funding like Sheikh Asim al-Hakim or something.
I mean, it depends like how serious you are about learning Arabic, how deep you want to go. There are plenty of like online courses you do, like college, university kind of courses that they offer, like just online. You could just use online. That's not really religious at all in nature. You just that's something like that. Or you could just buy books. You could buy books that will teach you that are just again not religiously oriented. But of course, when you're learning Arabic and you're learning how to read Arabic, you're going to get examples like from the Quran or something like that. Actually, wait, there was that one guy. What's that guy? He's like a Christian who's an Arabic professor, and Ayman Ibrahim or something like that. What's his name?
Oh yeah,
yeah. He's got books. Yeah, Ayman Ibrahim. Yeah. Look him up.
He's got stuff on that.
He's got Arabic classes, and he's a Christian.
And if anything is if you're interested in books and stuff like that, even if it's a Muslim source and you don't want to fund that, you can always get used. You can always get used copies. Nothing's going to any Islamic organization after that.
Yeah, but Ayman Ibrahim he actually has like courses in Arabic, and you can do like he has like video courses you can get and things like that. He has like books and stuff, so you can start with him if you want.
Korra with the Batman comic ad libs. Pow! Oof! Yep, that was like the old Batman show. Jai and Logic asking on Discord. This is the proof. It is. Is Muhammad attested to historically speaking as Jesus is? I have seen some scholars exploring that he didn't exist and Islam began as a spurned heresy from Christianity. Any possibility this is true? Well, it's possible, just not very likely. You guys have any thoughts on that one?
It's not really something we've really studied out too much. There are certain arguments that we can comment on, but this is outside of like what we've looked into.
Yeah, we assume it exists just for the sake of Muslims.
Yeah. So anyway, the idea, guys, is we have a lot of first century sources about Jesus. We don't have much in the first century of Islam about Muhammad, so it allows lots of different theories, even the theory that he's made up. But for me, it just seems like too much to all be made up. That's the general idea. Not anymore, bro. I can't. Jai went and broke the script. Not anymore, bro. I can't. Not for 2 years. Greetings to Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins. Oh, hi, David. Thought you were spreading Shubahat, but that was Shuba cold. Shuba cold as ice. Hey, my name is Layla, and I would love to be interviewed by you. I am an ex-Muslim gone wild. Can you contact me?
What?
Wild? Why would you go wild?
Yeah, why would you go wild? If a Terminator was nice, they would call it the Jai 3000. Is AP ready to be Rahab when we take Constantinople? No, AP is going to be the one taking Constantinople. Some money for my desert boys. Nice. And then we have, I adore pretty Arab ladies too, said Islam poisons. What's wrong with you? And we've got David, I'm about to finish Seeking Allah, Finding Jesus, and it's one of the most touching stories I've read. I'd love to hear you talk about your relationship with Nabil for a few minutes, being my 3 best friends are Muslim. You'd love to hear me talk about my relationship with Nabil for a few minutes, being your 3 best friends are Muslim. I mean, if you're about to finish the book, you know the general story, except he kind of watered down kind of what jerks we are when we were arguing back then. But, yep, met Nabil in college when we were both on the speech and debate team, ended up sharing a hotel room on a trip. It was actually kind of funny. There were, the team was mostly girls, and there were 4 guys. One of them was a flaming homosexual. Super cool, nice guy. I used to beatbox, and he could like freestyle rap and stuff like this. But so anyway, we were friends, but sharing a hotel room, slightly different story. So we stepped off the bus, me and Nabil, and we had to pick hotel rooms, and we just stepped off, and I forget which one said it, but one of us goes, so you want to share a room? The other one goes, yep, no, let's go. And so we shared rooms and stuff. And his name was Richard. I just remembered he was he described himself as Madonna with a RuPaul twist. Anyway, that's actually how me and Nabil ended up sharing a hotel room. Was that. And yeah, I mean, I had met Nabil at the school. I'd met Nabil at the school there, but hadn't talked to him. But I knew his name's Nabil Qureshi, so I'm thinking some kind of Muslim. And then, but you don't know. It could be liberal Muslim, serious Muslim. You just don't know. And we go on that first trip. This is just after 9/11. And I'm wondering how serious this guy is. And we're there in the hotel room, and he pulls out his prayer mat. And I was like, oh, he's serious enough to bring his prayer mat along on a school trip. But I was sitting there, I'm sitting there reading my Bible in the ear, and I'm praying, God, if you want me to talk to this guy, let him start this conversation, because everyone's going to call me a mean Christian attacking the Muslim. Because, again, right after 9/11. Anyway, we pretty quickly, like that weekend, became best friends, arguing the entire time. And we realized we both love to argue about stuff, and we kind of agreed that first weekend, and this will be an important takeaway for all you out there. We agreed that first weekend that there were basically 3 possibilities. Either he's right and I'm wrong, or I'm right and he's wrong, or we're both wrong. We both can't be right. And therefore, if we're actually good friends, we need to get to the bottom of this, not in the good sense, but we got to get to the bottom of this. And if we're actually going to be, as part of being good friends is the one who's right should show the other person what the truth is. And the next several years was us having those discussions, arguing, and so on. Found out Nabil is not a good person to commit a crime with, because he has no background. Now, I've told that story before, guys. There was this wasn't long after we met, but Nabil came into the little speech and debate office we had. We're sitting in there. I'm sitting in there. Nabil walks in and he's giggling. I go, dude, what are you giggling at? And he goes, they just put up this big sign that says academic freedom isn't free. And it's like, so you had 9/11, and then they came out with all this freedom ain't free stuff, and it's all, like pro-military stuff. But then the school ran with academic freedom isn't free. And I was like, what are you giggling at? And he said, I thought the sign would be funnier if it said academic freedom isn't free, nor dumb, right? It was free dumb. Anyway, he was giggling at that. I'm like, this guy's got a dorky sense of humor. And I was like, hey, I got a Sharpie right here. And so I decided we were going to change the sign so that it said academic freedom isn't free nor dumb, right? And I said, look, Nabil, I will hear this elevator make a bing noise if someone's coming. So I'm good with this direction. You need to watch that direction. Go around that corner and let me know if a professor's walking through so I don't get in trouble. And he says, okay. And he goes and stands there. And all of a sudden, a professor walks right around the corner, right past me as I'm writing. And I just kind of act like I'm supposed to be doing it. And I didn't get in trouble. And I was like, Nabil, what are you doing, man? You had one job. Give me a signal if a professor's coming around the corner. A professor walks right around the corner. What are you doing? He goes, I don't know. I've never done anything like this before. It's like, okay, no committing crimes with Nabil ever, because this guy's really, really bad. But eventually, Nabil became a Christian, and I thought, cool, I'm done with Islam, because that was the only reason I was studying Islam. So my best friend was a Muslim. And, yep. My best friend was a Muslim, so I was studying Islam. My best friend became a Christian. I thought I was done, and then he started getting death threats and stuff. And so ended up deciding to stick with it. But anyway, point there for everyone. If you're a Christian, you end up good friends with a Jehovah's Witness, a Muslim, an atheist, whatever. You should be thinking, hey, maybe I'm here for a reason, and maybe God put us together for this reason. So if you get a good friend who's a Buddhist, a Hindu, whatever, you may be the right person. So start studying. That would be the takeaway. How long until Sam turns Muslim? They work in him. Well, it wouldn't be because of them. It would be because of Sam. He's just got issues. Madonna with a RuPaul twist is a level of zest I haven't heard since I lived in Southern Cali. Yikes, lol. Wonder what happened to Richard. You guys, much love, Giant DOC. Oh, hi, David. Hey, Aussie Abe. That's cool. What are you guys looking at over there? You guys keep looking at something.
Oh, they're having a whole conversation in Arabic. We're just reading along in the chat.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
I was listening to your story.
Yeah, I was reading along, and she was listening to the story.
I was thinking it's only a matter of time before a certain YouTuber will be like, you see, David was with a flaming homosexual. I told you he was no Christian. He had a homo in his team.
That was a funny dude, though. All right, that it?
Yes, sir.
Any final thoughts on the debate? Korra?
How do you think you did, Rashad?
I mean, even though she never came back, none of her friends ever came back either. So the friends who were feeding her the sources or whatever, they never came back. So I don't know. I mean, this is just I was just kind of just getting into basics with her, and she kept asking for sources and things like that, which is fine. I don't mind doing that, but I realized after a while that it was just like a tactic that she was doing, like just trying to like a stalling tactic. Mm-hmm. But yeah, obviously, she didn't have the knowledge to have the conversation. But this just goes to show that Muslims often are going to repeat, as we know, they always repeat the same things over and over and over again. They repeat it from their Dawah people over and over and over again. But when you just learn just a little bit on the topic, you'll know like more than 99% of them. Honestly, it's crazy. So just keep doing your research and hope that, whatever it is that you got passionate about, you're looking into, that Muslims are going to be listening. And I guess there are Muslims like saying she's like an apostate and stuff like that, or takfiring her or whatever, saying she's never been a Muslim in the chat. So yeah, that just because she had the I guess you could say the courage, I don't know what you want to call it. She was trying to, call me out on things, but she was at least having a conversation. I guess we give her that. Whereas the Dawah bros were just like hiding. So my kind of overall take is just study topics you guys are passionate about. And then when you have conversations with Muslims, don't be afraid, because more than likely they have no idea about the topic. And, you can plant seeds, and hopefully other Muslims are listening in, and, hopefully we pray that they would repent and come to Jesus. So.
And you can come to our channel to learn about the Qira'at subject. Jai told me that he is thinking about doing a short videos and put it on a playlist with bite-sized bits of these sources, knowledge, so you can watch that stuff and use it. So you can come to us if you want to learn some of it or do your own research.
Someone said, David, do you ever considered attempting to learn Arabic to stop the one thing Muslims can use against you? Well, I started a couple of times, but I kind of knew from experience that I would pick up things quickly, but forget them very quickly if I wasn't using them. So I took all the way through advanced German in college. I wasn't using it for anything, and so I can kind of get the gist sometimes of what people are saying, but not just I forget it. I basically forgot it all. I took all the way through advanced classical Greek. I do not remember classical Greek anymore. So it was kind of that experience, and I'd start and I was like, unless I'm just like speaking this all the time or something, I'm going to forget everything I'm studying right now. So I was like, nah, it'd be better. I've got Arabic speaking friends. It'd be better to just let them do everything. And then someone pointed out that's why he's got Jai and DOC on his team. Exactly. It is 1,000 times easier to say, hey guys, let's do shows together than it is for me to spend years learning something that I'll probably forget even faster than I was learning it. So that's a general idea there.
Someone said, what's that channel name? So
Giant DOC Reloaded.
Yeah.
Giant DOC Reloaded. Someone said DOC does speak Arabic with an accent.
Yes, I do. But when I'm reading Arabic online,
Oh, never mind. There's a correction. DOC, does Jai speak Arabic with an accent?
Yes.
No, they're trying to say, can you detect if I am American or speaking Arabic? That's what they're
speaks
saying.
Shami Arabic, which is the Arabic of Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, those areas. He speaks that dialect. I speak a different dialect, but when I'm online, I take the accent out just to throw people off the scent.
Yeah, but they're saying, if I'm speaking in Arabic, can you tell that?
Yes.
Like, would you think that? No, would you think that? What would you think when you hear me speaking in Arabic?
I think he's a native of the Shami people, like I said, that area. That's what I would think.
So he doesn't sound like some hillbilly from America who learned a little Arabic.
When we were getting to know each other, I didn't know. I just assumed he's from those areas.
Huh. And his Arabic is so good that people think his name's Rashad.
Yep.
That's good. Karen says, God bless you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Should be fun times ahead. I seriously don't understand what the holdup is. You debated Korra. You left the door open for more debates or discussions or whatever. She agreed. Then she disappears. Then all of a sudden, it's, why aren't you guys debating us when you're both willing to debate? And I don't know. These are weird times, man. I don't know what's going on.
Get in touch with God Logic. Say, set us up with Giant DOC.
Yeah,
he already said yes.
Yeah, no reason to go to any of these platforms here and there and stuff like that when you've got people like Avery, who we just saw was perfectly happy to host.
Or put a comment on our channel.
Yeah. Or just go on their channel. Just go on their channel. Just say, hey, I want to call in, or here's what we're going to discuss. Boom.
We'll give you the link. You can call in. You bring your voice changer if you want. Mm-hmm. Do what you like. Just come.
That's how it works. Pretty easy. All right, everyone. Catch y'all next time. Unless something goes horribly wrong, should have up my 2026 revised and expanded 3 stages of jihad video up tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Catch y'all later. Wait, hang on 1 second. Aussie Abe said, Jai's Arabic is better than mine, and I'm Lebanese. Well, come on. The Lebanese, not necessarily known for their great Arabic. All right, catch y'all later.